There we go. What it do? What it do? Waiting on my bitches to get in here. Mm-mm-mm. Shit is wild. Bitch, I ain't excited. There we go.
Hey, girl.
Girl, this is crazy. So, unrelated to anything, but a friend of mine out here, which, okay, so I'm not going to call him a friend because it's kind of hard. He did a lot for me and my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, he used to really help me. But then, like last year, over a year ago, about a year and a half ago, he raped me. And so I can't, yeah, anyways, he was found shot and killed this morning in his house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And apparently last week he made a police report that some guys tried to come and rob him with mace. Yeah. So I'm brushing my hair, if y'all can't hear. But yeah, so that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a decent person, so I feel bad for people with die.
I
You
was
know?
gonna ask, like, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, like I just, like I'm not sitting here like shedding any tears about to be detrimental, but I still feel bad when somebody loses their life. Even that officer, that Sean, whatever his name is, now he was dying anyways. He had stage 4 colon cancer, so he was dying anyways when he went to prison. But that guy, that cop that shot that woman who had that boiling pot of water, he died today.
Yeah, I heard about that last night.
Yeah, or yesterday. Yeah.
I don't feel bad about that one.
No, I don't feel bad. Like I said, I feel bad for anybody when death comes, just because it's death, and I don't know, death is something to feel sad about, but I'm not going to shed tears. I don't feel like remorse, like, oh, he shouldn't. No, like, you told that woman to remove that boiling pot of water. Now, at first, I was on that man's side, 10 toes down. Like, I'm like, man, you bring a boiling pot of water at me, and yeah, we're gonna have problems. Like, she could have maimed him for the rest of his life. Then I find out you told her to take it off the stove. And then it's like, oh, you're disgusting.
And that was the only reason I was ever on her side, because I remember watching the body cam fresh, and when it was like brand new and everything. And I remember seeing it beginning to end, and I was like, no, he was wrong for that, because...
See, I didn't see it that way. Yeah. I saw it first, when I saw that footage when it first came out, and what it looked like to me was she grabbed that boiling pot of water and said, I'll rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and he said he'll shoot her. Like, I thought, basically she was grabbing that boiling pot of water and about to pour it on him, and that's why she was saying that. Then come to find out, no, the only reason they were there was because she called them to be there for help, and then he told her to remove that water.
Well, and I will say, because you can hear in the 911 call, that lady was going through some type of psychosis. Like,
exactly. And that's, yeah.
That's why I say he handled it all wrong. Because from the call, y'all knew that lady needed y'all help with something because she was having an episode. And then y'all came at her crazy, and that's why she ended up losing her life. Because y'all came at her crazy and she reacted.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate. They need to stop sending officers to mental health issues. They need to have like their own little team. And these officers aren't officers that patrol the streets. They're not officers that usually make arrests, but they are officers, and they come out when it is a mental health crisis. And they need to be specifically trained for mental health.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, yeah, but what pisses me off about that was, meanwhile, out here in Independence in Jackson County, officer came, they responded to a scene. Now the mother, she was acting erratically. She did have a knife in her hand. She did, but she had a newborn baby in her hand too, and they shot and killed her and the baby. No, they're cleared. They've already ruled that they were justified. That pisses me off. No, that's a baby that you just shot and killed. You tell me you couldn't have shot the leg. You couldn't have like y'all are shooting to kill. You need to be taught how to shoot to disarm. Then.
Yeah. And did you see the clip of Blue and Nevaeh getting swatted?
Yes. I just reposted that and said y'all lame as fuck for that. But then I remembered that didn't Nevaeh swat Krishan? That's why they got pulled over with the baby.
Yeah, I think so. But also, I think Krishan's the one that's calling the SWATs too. I think
that's what I'm saying. I think Krishan did that because Nevaeh did that to them.
I just think it's crazy that they made her walk backwards with that newborn baby in her arm.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me.
They don't play games, and what's crazy to me is that this swatting thing is still going on. Like, the law enforcement hasn't learned already that these are, like, social media attacks. You know what I mean? Like, people are using SWAT to attack people and have it all live on camera. I mean, there was a one chick, I don't know what I guess she's a famous streamer or whatever, but someone swatted her online. She was live and they called the police and said that she had robbed them and gave her description. And while she's sitting or standing there doing a live, they come up on her, make her get on the ground, and like they put cuffs on her before they realized and learned that she was swatted.
Yeah.
That she had been live that whole morning, so there's no way she could have robbed anybody.
Yeah, and the reason why I felt bad about yesterday was because it was the first outing with the baby, and also like because we got to hear Nevaeh fucking panic.
Yeah,
like we heard Nevaeh in the back of the cop car like, when are y'all gonna give me my baby? Like.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Why y'all even take her baby?
Yeah, no, like, that's so crazy to me that they did all that. And that's why I'm, like, I don't care. I don't care if Nevaeh did it to them. I don't care. That don't make it right to me.
Exactly. And I bet you that baby was how it was supposed to be. Shit.
Well, and that's why I felt bad, because even, like, you heard her in the back of the cop car, like, this is your first time out of the house, and I'm sorry, this is how it's going.
Yeah, where was her other son?
They brought him out after.
Oh my God, was he scared?
They brought Nevaeh and the baby out first, and then Superior, and then Blue, and then even a couple people in the restaurant, and they put Nevaeh in the back of the cop car, and I heard her ask one of the cops where her son was, and he said that he was with one of the other cops, and she's like, well, he's only 4. He probably doesn't understand what's going on. He's only 4. And then she was asking about the newborn baby, and she said, he's only 4 days old. Like, when are y'all gonna give me my baby back? And then they said that she was gonna get her kids back, and they were gonna let her go and everything. And then you heard him talking to Blue, and fucking Blue pissed me off with that, because he was like talking to the cops, and they were like, sorry, we have to do our part and everything, you know. And Blue's like, oh, it's okay. And I don't know what they get out of it, but I make money and I get views out of it, so I don't really mind.
Yeah, that's what it made. When I heard that, I swear to God, the first thing that popped in my head was, is it Blue doing it?
Yeah. I thought about that too, but then I don't know if you heard towards the end, he was talking to like a regular customer that was in his restaurant with them, and she said she was outside with them, and she said, oh, I'm waiting on my husband because they took my husband too. And Blue said, oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you guys. Free food on us. I'll take care of your bill. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I was like, well, okay.
I mean, I guess, but did you see the car accident? The mother and the daughter.
Yeah, I did see that.
The ice took them.
No, I didn't see that one. I thought you were talking about there was a bigger creator on here, and I forgot her name.
Hey.
I can't be in. But there was a bigger creator on here, and she was like a mommy creator.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and she passed away in a car accident yesterday.
Yep, I saw that. No, this ice, there was a mom, they were older. It wasn't like a little kid. The daughter was an adult, but or maybe a teenager at that. But they were in an accident. They were hit from behind, and ice showed up at the hospital and separated them.
Oh, hell no.
I want to know who fucking violated HIPAA and let them know that they were there. Like, that's some shit that's like, my God, they weren't doing anything. Y'all do realize at one point America was open, and that's what built America. We didn't have a lot of people here. Like, people had to come. Hello, did we not take America's land? Like, do y'all not realize that America started by not even being Americans? We stole this land.
I know.
And like,
yes, we did.
for them to act like that is just beyond, like, they were just in a fucking accident.
That's why I will always preach no one's illegal on stolen land.
Literally nobody. Now, I get you want to go after the bad ones, honey, but there's some Americans that are just as bad.
Literally that part.
The majority of violent crime in America is perpetrated by white men.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's just so ridiculous. Lee, they want to talk about, well, the prison population is Yeah, exactly. And if you tie in, or if you compare those numbers to the actual population of their entire race, you'll see that there's something off there. Because, like, majority of their race is in prison. And you're going to tell me nothing's wrong with that? Y'all don't see a problem?
Yeah, there's huge socioeconomic issues there that play into that. It's a huge problem in America. It's disgusting.
Exactly. Knowing how did America start? It's just ridiculous. My goodness. But anyways, Lindsay Clancy trial.
What's going on with that?
All I know is that person, the doctor, whoever that they had on stand today or via video or whatever. I'd like to jump and just smack the smirk right off his face, because he just has a natural smirk. Like, or it's a smug. It's more of a smug. It's like a mug and a smirk at the same time. And I just like, and he said, well, postpartum psychosis only lasts for 4 weeks. And that's exactly why mothers still suffer, you dumbass.
Yeah.
The guy in the Tupac trial is cooked. I could tell you all that now.
Which guy?
Keefy D. Because basically the whole reason he's even on trial like this is because he told the whole story to the feds years ago. And then he went on later. Well, he told the story to the feds years ago. They granted him immunity for that. And then after that, he went on to he wrote a book about it, and then he did a couple documentaries, and that's what got his immunity taken away. And then now his defense is basically saying, well, he fabricated the story for the book and for the documentary, for the media, basically. Like, it wasn't a true story. He just fabricated it to tell the story. And basically the feds are like, no, because we read the book and we watched the documentaries, and he told us the very same story. He was there.
He's like a creative gentleman.
Yeah, like he wasn't the one with the pew-pew, right? But he is where they got the pew-pew from, and he was in the car. And also, that's the reason why he's the one on trial, because all the other people that were in the car, including the pew-pewer, everybody's deceased.
Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't they all eliminated now?
Yeah, everyone's deceased. He's literally the only living one that was in that car that night.
I was wondering, because I've caught bits and pieces and flipping through it, and I saw him up they were zooming in on him, and I'm like, God, I bet he's lived all these years thinking, man, I got away with it, you know?
Yeah.
Yet here he sits.
Well, and they're talking about Diddy and Sugar both on the witness list, and I don't know if they're going to be able to make Diddy come in, because I was reading about it today, and they said that basically the whole thing with Diddy is Keefe D said Diddy paid him for that. Diddy offered him $1 million to take out Pac and Suge, but he only got Pac. And so, and also he never got paid that money. And so, they're not, I don't think they're gonna implicate Diddy in it, because technically he never got to pay for it. So, there's that. And then the only reason that they would bring Suge in is because he's also a victim. He was also pee-pooed that night. He just survived it.
That whole world is so crazy to me. I remember when Tupac got killed. My best friend.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy.
Sorry, I'm back. So I don't know if you missed it, Pam, but a associate. So I'm just conflicted because he did do a lot for me and my kids at one point, but then last year he raped me, so it's kind of hard to give a fuck. But he was found shot and killed in his house.
Oh yikes! Wow.
Yeah, he was found shot and killed. And so it's like I said, I'm battling with it because
I don't know whether to say I'm sorry or
same here. I don't know whether to feel bad or I just don't know. I don't feel bad, but then my mind goes, well, he did do this and that for you, and I get that, but that should never replace what he did.
No, because that just makes it seem like
it was okay.
Values between your legs.
Exactly. So
he could have given you $1 million. It doesn't matter what he did,
Exactly. I'm saying, hey, move, Matt. Stop messing with her. She's biting at you for a reason. Sorry. Anyways, yeah. So, but it just sucks because it sounded pretty brutal. And that's for awful. That, I feel bad for anybody to have to go through that.
Yeah.
So, from what I got, it was multiple shots, and it was a really big mess all over the house. They know last week there was a police report that he made because somebody tried to come and rob him with mace. I guess some guys tried to come and rob him with mace, but they were unsuccessful.
Do they think that it's associated?
I think so. I think it could be.
It sounds too coincidental to not be.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think it's pretty coincidental, but I don't know if they successfully robbed him this time either. But who I know him to be, he is the type, he'll die. If you're gonna shoot me anyway, I'll die. You're not getting any of my money. And I mean that's balls. That takes balls. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they tried okay, let's beat you out of it. If they try, because it's, from what I hear, it was a really bad crime scene.
Have you looked on the police scanner or anything?
I looked at some reports, and I know his family. So like I said, it's hard because when I say he did a lot for me and my kids, I mean me and my kids have met his family. We have gone down to the Lake of the Ozarks and met people and all of this stuff. And then, but that was a long time ago. It was before I met my youngest child's father. And then when I met my youngest child's father, I kind of went MIA, obviously, because I was in a relationship. And then when that broke up, we re-met back up between a mutual friend, and then that happened. And so, but his family is telling me that they don't believe it was successful because his safe wasn't opened and his safe was still there. But the police, nobody's even allowing anybody to like check contents. They're checking contents right now. So I don't know. It sounded pretty fucking brutal. And I worry because what's crazy is the mutual friend that me and him know, her house burned down yesterday. Like her house burnt to the fucking ground yesterday morning, right when they were finding him, or when the crime scene was around. So, but she's fine. I've located her. She's fine. But still, I don't know what's going on. It's kind of scary. And nobody knows where I live, so don't worry. Not even him. I've always been really, I don't know, secretive about where I live just because I got kids. But yeah, that's my updates. I mean, I don't know what the fuck to think or feel. I'm shocked. Oh man. And my back hurts still. Oh.
Okay, I just bought a shirt that kind of fits the situation. Hold on. It's literally in the dryer right now, but I'm gonna pull it out to show you and Pam. Because I got one for me and my mom.
I'll give you a big box in a second. Let me I gotta move funny. I can't even bend over.
Yeah, did you ever get your back brace?
Yeah. You didn't see? I put it in the group chat. I said, all I am, or is it all I am? So I thank the Lord. I put that song in because I was like, oh, I felt so great when I woke up to see that I had this damn back brace.
All right, I got it.
Hold on. Oh, here it is. All right, let me get you. Hold on. I'm gonna put you to the big box. I'm gonna put her to the big box. I'm gonna give her one.
You guys are gonna have to read it because I can't say these words on here.
Why won't it let me switch? Hold on. Maybe if I change the layout. I got you. I tried to just switch spot, but it wouldn't let me switch it.
Really? Oh.
Now let me see if I can get it to switch now. I'll expand you. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yay!
Oh, that's a good one.
I know, that's right. They sure don't.
I got me and my mom both one.
Hell yeah.
And then I got another one. It's on its way right now. It's Medusa holding Poseidon's head, and it says "Girls will be girls" on it.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
I'm gonna wear it to the grocery store so men won't talk to me.
Exactly. Like, we're so done with because, like, and men are always like, why are women, such men haters? I mean, because y'all apparently are women haters.
I'm a proud man hater. I don't care.
Right? I'm just saying, like, they clearly, like, don't mind, hating women because I don't see how you could, love women.
Just the same.
Exactly. There's no way you love women and you grape us and beat us and rob us and do everything you do to us.
Just like what Pac said in Dear Mama.
Exactly. I think Pac loved his mama, though. I think Pac loved women.
He did. That's why he wrote Dear Mama, to tell her how much he loved her.
Yeah.
And appreciated her.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know about what time?
Who you got over there, ma'am?
Okay.
It's around like 1 o'clock.
Perfect.
So,
That way, if I sleep and I don't feel guilty, like I waking up like, oh shit.
That's crazy. Sorry, I'm getting text messages and stuff, so I don't know if I made this clear to y'all or not. I have more than one brother. Kenan is not my only brother. Kenan does not only have sisters. Kenan has one other brother.
You mentioned your brother before.
Exactly. That's why I said I don't know if I made it clear or not, but I do have other brothers. Kenan only has one other brother, but I have two other brothers. And yeah, but apparently there's a call that people are listening to where Kenan is telling Gypsy that he got into a fight with his brother and went to a mental health facility and tested positive for weed.
Okay.
I know, like, okay.
Some of these calls just don't matter as much.
Exactly. Some of these calls, it's like, why are we even listening to it? Because at the end of the day, it's not like if it doesn't have to do with anything really scandalous with Hypocrite, I don't know why we're listening to it.
Yeah.
If it's not something that's scandalous as far as the kind of people that they are, like, Kenan's my brother and I'm going to love him. I haven't heard anything yet that is going to make me not love him or disown him. I've heard some things that make me really, really, as a sister, want to do some things and, like, just make him snap out of it. Like, do you remember who the fuck you are and how we were raised and the morals we were taught? And, like, because you're not supposed to be responding like this if you do. And if you don't, I'm here to remind you. But, if I had heard him, like, if it had been Ryan, or if it had been him instead of Ryan on some of these calls, I would have disowned my brother. I ain't heard nothing else. I haven't heard anything that's going to make me disown him yet. So, and that's why I say shit like that, man, we don't need to hear all this. Now, he's a perv, he's a predator. We need to hear that, Yes, they are still split. And honestly, dare I say, I think this one might stick. It's been over a month. And, like I said, I do think that this one's going to stick. And I don't think that, I know why it started. I know because I don't know if y'all have missed the live or whatever. I've cleared it up in a lot of comment sections. The reason why he put her out was because upon going to the grocery store or something, it was basically she was like, hey, will you watch Aurora? I'm going to go to the grocery store. And so... Sorry. Basically made this big thing like, okay, watch Aurora, and she's leaving, and he hears Parker's paw pads or whatever. He doesn't really know. Like, it wasn't like he particularly caught her doing anything. It's just he's like, where's Parker? So he goes to see if Parker, was like leaving out of the garage so that, like, in case she left the door open on accident or something. And no, she was getting him in her car. And he's asking, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, I'm just going to take him with me. Bitch, nah. You weren't going to say anything? You were trying to sneak off with the dog. And that was like the final strike. He just doesn't fucking know. And I guess, yes, he is hearing a lot of these phone calls. And apparently that phone call that Ryan had with Gypsy, yes, Gypsy had told Kenan, but she didn't tell Kenan like that. She did not tell him the extent like that. And she sure as hell didn't tell him that she forgave him. Even though I don't know how, her marrying him doesn't tell you that she forgave him, but whatever. It wasn't, he listened to it, and that's not what she said, how it went down when she told him. So, yes, he left. And that's what I'm saying, Sin. It sounds like she either wanted to do something to him or get rid of him and say, I don't know. I just went to the store.
Well, and like I said the other day, if Ken were to get back with her, it would look 10 times worse on him now after these calls have dropped.
I mean, at the end of the day, exactly. And this is not something that is old. I need people to realize that. These FOIA videos, oh, those are old. No, bitch, these prison calls are new. She was in prison still talking like this. There are 2 calls in particular that Gypsy and Ryan are trying their hardest to not get out. They are working in cahoots to try and not have these calls come out. And it's basically Gypocrit talking to Ryan about their daughter and her having a fight over him and intimate time together. And that's some shit, dude. If I fucking, man, like, that cannot, like, Gypsy, you need to go away. That's the nicest way I'm gonna say it. You need to go away. Real shit. There's no fixing you. Especially when you're lying about who you are.
Well, and that's why I don't understand when people were trying to back her up in that one call of Ryan being dirty and her being like the bedtime story one.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, no, I wouldn't do that. Okay, but you wouldn't do that, but you would fight with your daughter over intimate time with your husband?
Exactly. ATM, what do you mean? Like at the moment? Or are you saying like
No.
like what are you saying? No, I'm the comment. They said okay.
Yeah,
So
no, I read it.
no,
I think they
no,
know.
technically not at the moment because these are prison calls. So they were obviously recorded when she was in prison. But yes, her prison stay. I mean,
I think they were asking if Aurora is with her right now. No, but we're not going to tell you where Aurora is either. All you guys need to know is that she's not with Gypsy and she's safe. You guys don't need to know any more than that.
Sorry, I forgot that I was on mute and trying to talk to my maintenance guy.
Yeah, Aurora's safe. We're not telling you, Lyra. We're not telling you who has her. All you guys need to know is it's not Gypsy. That's it. Yes, her and Ken are split up right now.
Thank you, Sin.
Yes, thank you, Sin. Who's in trouble?
Sorry, I live on a busy street. And I had to have my windows open because they had to put kills on my walls. Exactly, Amy. There's a psychic helping the case.
I don't know how she's helping the case. The case is
psychic
closed.
helping the case.
The case is closed. How are you helping? They split with it. They split over Parker. People just asking the same questions over and over.
Okay, Shorty.
Yes, and they broke up over a dog. Cry about it if you want to. I don't know what to tell you. I don't blame him for leaving her over the dog. That's his first child. If we're gonna be real about it.
I know mine probably, well, mine did. He kidnapped our family dog. And then wanted to fight me for custody over the dog, but not our own children. And I'm like, nope, you can have the dog. I'll take the kids.
My abuser did that too. He has my dog.
It's crazy. I mean, I bought the dog for the kids when my mom passed away. And then when my dad had cancer, we had to come down to Arizona, actually, flew into your airport to take care of him when he had his kidney removed. And I asked my ex if he would watch the dog for the duration of the kids' spring break. And he just never returned her.
Yeah. No, me and my abuser argued over the dog.
I wouldn't. I figured I had the kids and the dog had anxiety, and I didn't want her to also be thrown in the mix. And I didn't want to spend that. It was going to cost me like $5,000. And I'm like, nope, they're just going to grow up hating you because
Yeah.
they will never forget that you stole their dog.
Yeah, me and my ex didn't have kids or anything. We just had the dog, so
I get it. We had cats before we had kids, and yeah, I would have walked through fire for those cats.
Yeah. His argument was basically he could take care of her better than I could because he had a yard for her and she was the only dog in the house. But if I was to bring her with me, I would have had to basically do what I do with my dog now, Nala. I keep her away from the rest of the house because the smaller dogs in the house don't like her just because she's the biggest dog in the house.
Yeah.
So I have to keep them separated, and like whenever I take Nala out, I have to put the other dogs up. It's a whole thing.
Well, if you can do it with Nala, you could have done it with the other one then too.
Well, that's what I tried to tell him because he tried to come back into my life, and he asked me if I'd come visit him, and I said the only reason I'd come see you is to go get my dog. And he didn't want to talk to me after that because I told him that's the only thing I was going to go down there for is to pick up Chloe.
Brittany wants to know where Gypsy's living. We really don't know. Because, yeah, I would think everyone is mad at her, but my guess is she's living at Christy and Rod's.
That was going to be my guess, too, because if you guys have been paying attention in her videos on Instagram and stuff, she's been in their house.
Their bathroom and her bedroom there. And
yeah, she's with Christy and Ron. That would be crazy.
Oh my gosh. You know Ryan's waiting for that.
Yeah, he's betting on it.
I think he's betting on it. I think Nick is still betting on it.
Brittany, I think Mia's fine because Mia doesn't even live in the same state as them no more. So I don't think she's like regularly going over there to see her mom and dad. Especially not after these calls came out. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't speak to my mom and dad right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be talking to my mom right now if I was Mia.
Yeah, at least my mom, because so far Rod hasn't said anything.
Yeah, if I was Mia, I would not be talking to Christy right now. I don't. She'd be lucky she invited my wedding at this point.
She is living her best life.
I really do not blame Mia if she doesn't invite Christy, at least.
Yeah, Brittany, I'd still be mad at my parents. as Mia, I would feel betrayed if, like, they're standing up for her and putting Mia to the side.
Yeah. Well, it's
I'm sorry, I'm back.
you bet.
We got all the. I told y'all my friend.
Hi, Sam.
I told y'all my friend was killed, and so Sam, do you want to up? I'm inviting you. If you want to up, just fucking come up. A friend, or I don't know. It's y'all. I don't want to call him a friend because of what he did, but he did that one time, and he helped me way more times, like where I probably would have lost my car or my house or something if he didn't help me. And so I don't want to take away what he did help me with, but he was shot and killed. Well, apparently, through mutual friends, a girl that he was messing with was calling him about 4 days ago, and told him, or come on, Alley Cat, told him that, or was trying to talk to him, and she told him, or he told her, no, I'm not answering. I'm done. Some people just try to come in my house. It was unsuccessful, blah, 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 and wouldn't answer the phone for anybody. And then yesterday morning, they find him. And that matches with the police report that was made saying that someone tried to come in his house and rob him with mace. So, I don't fucking know. That's just wild to me. Like, maybe they realize, because I'm telling y'all, I've never really met anybody like this. Like, when you've got a pew pew to your head, it takes balls to be like, okay, do it. You're not getting my money.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes balls. And that man is the only man I know who will be like that. Okay, you're not getting my money. Do it. And, them coming with mace or whatever, they might have thought, like, because most people can get bullied or scared into giving over their shit, threaten their life, and it becomes real for them. Not him. And to me, it's so senseless. If you didn't get anything, even if you did, like, the death is, it's crazy. You shouldn't have done it anyways. But for sure, if you were unsuccessful again, that means you just killed him because he wouldn't give it to you. And that's worse. Like, it's worse regardless. It means, like, you went there with either the intentions of unaliving him anyways, or you went there, with intentions of not giving. You went there with intentions to get money, and because he didn't give it to you, you killed him. You definitely gonna go to jail for life now.
It's just so senseless.
It's senseless, exactly. Like I said, he wasn't the greatest guy. Yes, he did things, but nobody deserves that. I mean, that's just, and over some money that you didn't get.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, I did, and I just confirmed that, at least with his safe, because so his sister is like head of KCPD, and then his uncle in Lake Ozarks is very high up in the Fed department. Like, he's feds on criminal side though. I don't know his exact position, but they're not letting anybody in his house, obviously. And so, but from what they said, no, it didn't look like his safe had appeared to be touched, and that's where he kept all his money, was his safe. And that dude was loaded. Like, everybody had been telling him, get a fucking bank. Like, you're tripping. But he lost his money to a bank once because, well, he was doing illegal shit and he went to prison. And they seized all his money. And so, yeah, he said he'll never keep a bank again because he was still doing illegal shit. Someone posted a selfie with who? Hold on, let me read the comment. That doesn't equate to being on the line. Are you talking about her being at the freaking bar? By the way, Boris the Green Toad, thank you. for being one of the very first people only, except for the ones on my panel, like my friend group, but the only one who is not on the panel all the time, not necessarily in my friend group, but actually went and relayed the correct information. Like, they didn't add their own words, they didn't twist it. They said word for word what happened with Parker and Gypocrit, and you know what, she's been seen here locally, but like, they actually gave correct information. So thank you.
And I love your name.
Yes, they are broken up. Yes. She's in the comments. It says Boris the Green Toad. That's who went and relayed, I guess, information, whatever, that I had said. You know, that she was caught trying to sneak off of Parker. You know, blah, 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 nothing happened. She said that she's been seen over at this local bar. She's been over at Christie's and Rod's. She clocked the right amount of time. She didn't exaggerate or anything. She just said the right information. And I have seen several people spread misinformation and just to be messy, you know? So, hey, where's that cup? Will you hand me that cup?
Well, it smells like human eggs.
I can't bend over. Thank you.
What the hell are you even dressed as?
Oh, I'm an athlete.
Sorry, y'all. We're watching this puppet show.
That's okay.
Damn puppets, like. I'll tell you what she did with Parker. Hold on. I'm getting my daily dose of
Baby soap.
my ice, my addiction. So I said it this morning, and I'm going to say it again because not a lot of people were on this morning. Quit asking me where Aurora is. I have said she is safe. She is not with Gypsy. The reason why I'm getting angry is because if you go check out my content and check the comment section, you will see comments where people are telling me that, you know, where Gypsy and Kenan live. And they're like, well, I know her apartment and I know the exact address. I can give you the address. And they're like, they know Christy's address. I'm not giving y'all a location for y'all to go pinpoint geographically where this child is at. That's weird. And I don't know if y'all understand how that's coming off, but it's scary. Like, you're trying to find the physical location of this child, and that's scary. I've told y'all she's not with Gypsy. You have not seen her post that baby in how long. She is safe. You don't need to know what address the child is at. Respectfully.
Hello.
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 Had
Exactly.
to catch you when the rant was over.
You're fine. Just had to check that
Ugh.
out because I don't, I know people are trying to do it out of the goodness of their heart, or at least that's what I'm going to assume instead of assuming the worst. They're just making sure a baby is safe. And I get that, but I don't think you're understanding how it's coming off. And maybe when you hear somebody tell you, hey, you're freaking me out, like you're freaking me out, and I don't want you to freak me out. Maybe they'll stop. They'll understand, hey, you're being kind of weird, Sorry, y'all. It's gonna be a little beat.
Oh, trying so hard
Y'all
to
hear me?
not be grouchy.
You're
That's why
fine. Here.
I didn't come up
I
right away.
said in
It's just
the
I'm just tired of hearing shit, and I was actually up late last night because I couldn't sleep. And people weren't saying like misinformation, but it was just like twisting stories, coming up with narratives and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, that's not what's going on. And I always wait until I know that you've said something on a live before I repeat it. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to give any
And to the
information that you've
comment,
given me privately.
yeah.
Well, apparently, I need to be more careful when I'm talking about lives because I forget that people are like, they might not be in the room, but I'm being screen recorded and somebody, will hear this at some point. And so, yes, I was talking and I slipped the information about Gypsy because people were saying that she hurt Parker. And I said, no, she didn't. And they were confused with my video where I said, we know why you're at Christy and Roz, quit hurting things. And so I had to clarify basically that what I meant was she was caught trying to sneak off with Parker. She did not hurt Parker. She did not, I don't know if she attempted to. She was trying to leave with him, and she did not tell Kenan, and that is weird. Like he did not get Parker with Gypsy. He got Parker by himself. That is Kenan's dog. So, like, I guess some people could be like, okay, she was just trying to go with the dog. She'd gone with the dog before. Yes, but she also said she was going with the dog. Like, Kenan knew that she was with the dog
Yeah, she
versus
was being sneaky.
she was being sneaky, and only God knows what she was really up to with that. She can claim all day, whatever, but it was still suspicious.
Yeah, and I don't think
Yeah.
that it's necessarily he left her over the dog. I think the dog, it was just the last straw. Like, I can't trust you.
Exactly. And Tammy, I don't know what you mean by anyone in her camp listening or whatever. What are they going to do? Obviously, it's been pretty fucking clear by the headboard incident that the people that are directly around her have no problem sweeping shit under the rug. And that's a problem for me. That's why I spoke up. What they're doing now, well, she's over at Christine Rod's. I don't know if they're talking to her. I know how Gypsy is. Whenever you try to talk to her or tell her anything, the first thing she's going to throw out of her mouth is, "You're trying to control me like my mom did." And nobody can work with that. She is a psychopath, and it's about time people start accepting the fact that they exist. It's not all cut and dry. It happens.
Did you see
Lunatic.
that? Yeah.
What?
Lunatic.
She thinks, no, she said, does Ken want her back now that she has hair again?
Oh, yeah. No. Dude,
She's
and
She's
then the whole,
reaching. She is reaching.
I know, right? Or the fucking, I know y'all see the Mia impressions, right?
No.
She's trying so hard to be like Mia. It's sickening. It's terrifying.
Well,
I told y'all when she had
I
that sports
commented
bra
somewhere
on. I
that
told
there's a
y'all that,
difference
look, she's
between
trying to be like
her.
Mia.
There's a difference between her, like, say, looking up to her as a big sister and wanting to be like her, and her trying to mimic her. Mimicking is part of sociopathy. Like, that is part of it, is they mimic trying to be normal. I'm using air quotes, trying to be normal. And she's obsessed, and it's weird. And I would be freaked out because you got to figure she was not raised, they weren't raised together. At the end of the day, she's still somewhat of a stranger.
Very strange stranger.
Yeah. And everyone who wants to say, oh, well, she profited off of everything. She was a child when it happened. And if she believed her parents, and then she felt bad because she had parents who were together and she had a decent upbringing and everything, I'm sure she felt guilty
Yeah,
because she believed that her sister was treated terribly, had this horrible life. And here she thinks that she's got this princess life in comparison.
and Gypsy played that up.
Yeah. And then she tried to be, I mean, you could see, I know a lot of it's scripted, but you could tell she was trying to be kind of a big younger sister, if that makes sense. Like, she's younger, but she was trying to be a big sister to her. And obviously, the jealousy is just too strong with that one.
Yep.
And her
She was
infatuation
married.
with her own father.
God, that's so
What?
weird.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can anybody hear me? Okay. I haven't heard the phone calls yet where we could allude that Mia knew, but like I mean, Christy and Rod, there's no way that with the conversations I've heard that y'all believed that Gypsy was actually abused. Like at some point you had to pick up that she did this on purpose. I mean, the way she was talking to Christy, you know, talking about she did me wrong, I done her wrong, now we're even. Like that right there should have been key. Or, you know, like something might not be that way. Now, I don't know if they continued that lie to Mia, but I do know, didn't Mia only meet her like once before she went to prison? Like she had only seen her one time.
I think she said she was like 2. She was really little.
Exactly.
There's a picture of
Exactly.
Gypsy holding her, but she was so little that there'd be no memory of it.
Exactly. So like to
So
know,
she only
like
knows what Gypsy told Rod and Christy.
Exactly. Did she
Well,
ever
she
talk to
only
Mia
knows what
on these phone
Gypsy
calls?
told Rod and Christy, and she only knew what Christy relayed to her. I mean, what was relayed to her, and that necessarily
Exactly.
wasn't the truth. Like,
But
she's figuring out the truth, I think, in real time, just like everybody else
Yeah.
is.
Because it was a bad game
did
of
she
telephone.
they might not have come out yet, but did Mia have any phone?
She said that
Did
she
she have any
called
calls?
her. She said that there is a call during one of her calls that I talked. She's like, I talked to her or something along those lines for a little bit, and I cannot remember about what. But I know there should be at least a call that's with her because she said I got to talk to her for a little bit. So I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that if there's nothing quote unquote juicy in that phone call, that if she was still a minor, that they won't maybe release those calls. I hope. I mean,
Yeah, I would hope.
but
I don't know
class
because the number
class
if she
isn't
called
very high.
if she called Christy's number or an adult's number, they're not going to realize, you know, that she's a minor. Like I said, whoever has these phone calls, y'all took on that responsibility when you made that request. You cannot drop the ball on this. Whatever phone calls they're trying to fight to have not released, bitch, you better find them and you better send them to somebody to drop them because fuck that. If there is a phone call of this woman talking to Ryan about how their daughter is going to have to fight between each other for intimate time with him, we need to hear that.
Didn't we hear
We
that one?
already did. Right.
No.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
one came out. Or is
No.
We
there a
already
worse
did.
one? Like a worse one?
Oh, there's
Is
a
that
worse
what you
one because
mean?
I heard the one that I heard like him talking about if they had kids. But the one I heard today, they said that there is a phone call that they're trying to stop from coming out. That has not come out yet. And it was along the lines of her saying, you know, fighting with Ryan. If it has come out, somebody please send that to my fucking inbox now so that I can clip it because I'm not kidding. I'm about to fucking get money to go to fucking Louisiana. Like, there's something terribly wrong. And I'll be damned if it's gonna be my niece. Like, hell no. Nah. There's no way. I know my brother. I know my brother, and he would be sick. Like, there's no way he's into that. And that being said, people find out about their family every day, and so I just need to
Boris
make
the Green
sure
Toad
that my niece is fine.
has it.
Please
They're
send it to me, Boris. Please.
They're looking for it on YouTube right now.
At this point, I want Aurora to a doctor, and I want her at a doctor like ASAP. Like, and I don't care how that sounds, bitch. You're over here literally talking. It ain't no FOIA videos. No, you continued that sick shit because that's you, and you didn't do any therapy in prison, no rehabilitation. So you're just a psychopath that they let out, and you had a baby. And I can't even. Just thinking about it made me cry earlier. I do not know how I will react if I ever receive a phone call that Aurora was hurt in any type of way. Yeah, well, she can get mad. That's that sick shit. That's what I'm talking about. And that's why I said my brother wasn't ever leaving Aurora Like, I think I can say confidently that he would never, he's not like that. So if he thought maybe he wouldn't be able to leave with Aurora, or there'd be a chance where Aurora ends up going with her and he can't do anything about it, then he'll stay, because then at least he knows that Aurora is with him and where she's at. But I think this time she might have realized, like, or maybe he played her like, if you don't leave, I'll never be with you again, or what? Because I 100% believe she will give Aurora to him, keep her. If he told her, like, I'll get back with you, I'm not leaving you, we just need time apart, but if you take Aurora with you, then it's over. I guarantee I can 100% see her leaving Aurora then, because she thinks it'll keep him. And he is playing games like, that's how I get her. You know what I mean? Like, this is a fucking psych fuck. You have to fucking out-psych her. That's why she didn't want me around, because she knows I would have. Yeah, bitch, you're not. Don't do that. Sorry, y'all. My road rage. Has Ken still been going on with more bitch? Nope. He's not been on with more bitch. They haven't been live in a while. And I know that Hypocrite, she's gone on, I think, a few times, not on his live, but like in his comments, to tell people that they're not broken up. Or I think one said she's in the hizzle or something. Girl, you're reaching. My brother told you when this all kicked off, and you put that text message up where it basically exposed that my little sister, my ex, or, well, my first ex, was texting my little sister or whatever, something about what she put in that text. He told her to take it down, and that if she continued, he'd put her out. And I said that a long time ago. He said he would put her out, and then he never did. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then he did. He'd had a fuck enough. Now I know that he was already on the fringe of her because of what she did with Sheena, and he found out. Ooh, shit, that's traffic. He found out that Sheena, actually did in fact work with Hypocrite to do what she did to me, and like that was like I don't know, but then he found out with the whole Parker thing, like, right in the same time frame, and he's like, oh, bitch, go. Get the fuck out. And also the fight. They had a fight, like an argument or whatever, and Christy showed up to take the baby, and that was a big deal. I'd have gotten pissed off, too. Don't you show up to try and take my... Who the fuck are you, and when did you even fucking come into this? Like... What they got going on? This bothers me. Why do construction at 5:35 in the evening on a highway knowing there's going to be traffic?
They do it here at night, in the middle of the night.
Do it at night. That's great.
Yeah.
It's perfect when people are asleep. Or do it like on the weekends. But do not do it during the day when there's already going to be traffic anyways, because it's 5.
Autumn, Boris sent you the video. Midlife said, he said it's at 6:35 is the marker.
Okay. Jen M, honestly, I'm going to do my hardest to make sure she doesn't. And if that clip that just got sent to me is what it is, I will go to, like I said, I will go to Louisiana. Like, you will not. There's no way you're going to accept that after this. I mean, look at everything you've accepted. At what point do you say, I know I need to remove my daughter? You know she didn't get therapy. You know she didn't do any type of rehabilitation or anything. You're listening to these type of thoughts. Like, normal people don't even have these type of fantasies. Like, I get the big person, little person fantasy. I don't get the child part of it. It doesn't have to be a child. Like, I get being like this big man and like this little woman, but not a baby, not a child.
And daddy daughter.
Yeah, that's not normal. That's gross. Like, look, I don't know where my algorithm brought me the other day, okay, but it brought me to like some strange shit. But you know what? Watching it and the reaction of this dude, I was like, you know what? Like, for one, thank you for treating this person with respect, because this person is somebody who pretends to be a child, but only like they're having full, coherent conversations with this person, like, because he's asking them, oh, what is that? And well, how did you get into that? And, blah, blah, blah. And he's being respectful about it. And this person is very well an adult. You can clearly tell they're an adult. They're talking about not liking Pampers. They're liking pull-ups. And like, it's a strange conversation. But then when you take into consideration, okay, that could be an actual child, but instead it's an adult. And your kink is a kink, but you don't actually like children. You want an adult to play this role and not actually a child. Cool. I'm not gonna blame you. You're freak. That's your freakness. But when you cross the line of actually wanting real children, you have a problem. You really do. And that video, I think I reposted it. That video really like put it into perspective for me, because holy shit, this person acts like a they wear pull-ups, talking about they don't like to wear diapers because that means that they actually use the restroom in the diaper. Just craziness. And anybody else probably would have clowned this woman. And by the way she talks, you can kind of tell she might not be all there. And so like she's kind of, I'm just gonna say she's not all there. And so they think, people would have been disrespectful to her. I know people would have ate her up and made fun of her and blah, blah, blah. And this guy was respectful and just asked about it, because, you would never know unless you ask. And like I said, to that, I don't want her to ever try and claim, oh, it's like this. No, it's not, bitch. You're talking about real children. Real fucking children. You're a predator. And you thought you got away with it. You thought you conned everybody into believing this story, and you're going to walk around here with your chest out and telling that interviewer, people should just be glad that this is all I'm doing, and blah, blah, blah. Girl, what do you mean this is all you're doing? You shouldn't be doing shit but therapy.
Do you want to go over the Parker thing one more time? Because people keep asking in the chat, and I'm trying to reply to them, but they're just going to keep asking.
For the last time, one afternoon, it was a thing. She was having Kenan watch Aurora. She was going to the store. Well, when she was leaving, Kenan heard Parker's paw pads. He didn't know he was making sure that Parker didn't get out the garage, basically. And when he went out there, he caught Gypsy trying to get Parker in the car. And he asked her, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm just taking him with me. And he's like, and why didn't you say something? It was just too much for him with everything else that was going on. It was a final straw. He had enough. This is after, she blew up when she found out that he got Parker with his ex. She blew the fuck up. And then this happened. So he's like, it was final straw. And so he put her out. She did not hurt Parker at all. I can't even say for sure she attempted to. I can say I think she did, but she didn't do anything but try to get him in the car. We don't know for sure what she was doing. Yeah, they're not together. They haven't been together for over a month.
Yeah. Yes. So if you guys were wondering what happened to Parker, I hope you heard it. He's fine. But exactly. That's what happened, and that's why they broke up, because she tried to sneak off with him and Ken wasn't with that. So that was a lot.
Exactly. Yes, she had taken Parker before. But again, Kenan knew that she had taken Parker. Kenan knew that Parker was with her. That was different. And it was before she knew how he got Parker. So yeah, and I guess people didn't know, Ken does not only have sisters. Ken has one other brother. He has made all sisters and one brother. So, because there's a call coming out where I guess he was talking about being. Hold on. Okay, sorry. There's a phone call where he's talking to Gypsy about getting into a fight with his brother and then going to a mental health facility or something like that and testing positive for the devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, wait, Kenan has a brother? Yes, he has a brother. He has one brother. I have 3 brothers, but one of those brothers are not Kenan's brother. That's my brother from my dad's side.
Then Ren asked you if she can post the screen recording with your actual words. I'm assuming pertaining to the Parker thing.
Yes, that's fine. But if you also go look on my page, I believe, or maybe I haven't clarified it. I clarified it in the comments of my video, where I think it was the last one or the one before the last, where I was going over her apology. I clarified in the comments what that meant because somebody told me it was confusing. I said, stop trying to hurt things. When I guess I said, we know why you're living with Rod and Christy, and quit trying to hurt things. So I had to clarify what I meant by that. Because, I believe, I don't know what else you had planned. Like, Gypsy, you don't have the room to be able to just do things like that and not be suspicious, girl. And you know that.
Wild Gypsy Rose asked if she could share this to Reddit.
I don't care. It's going to get shared anyways. There's a love-hate relationship for me over there on Reddit, apparently.
Oh, at least they're being respectful enough to ask permission.
Exactly. Yes, for real, because people just screen record and post.
That's why I'm kind of voicing their questions, because I think it's at least nice that they're asking you.
Yes. Oh, and also somebody sent me a message today on TikTok. Apparently, there is a way, and I haven't gone to check it, so I can't verify that this works, but there's a link that you can go to, and it's to TikTok's like legal or whatever, and you type in whatever names that you don't want to be able to screen record your live, and it won't allow them to screen record it.
Fancy.
Yeah.
I have a whole list for you.
Exactly. So
Their name, their 500 other accounts names.
exactly. At the end of the day, y'all do know we have the live replays, right? So, I think that, one should be enough. Not everybody needs to screen record somebody else's live. But I don't know. They said something like, well, some people, the live replays might not realize you're on live until you've been on for 30 minutes or something. So they don't get the full replay, because I don't have my replays on. I don't have that option. You don't get that. Once they're ended, they're ended. Mm-hmm. So.
And I'd like to just point out to everybody, we have 115 people in here right now.
Right. Well, if they want to fucking screen record, that's fine, because I'm only spitting facts. I'm only telling the truth.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And you know what? I am so glad that I did, because, not saying that this kicked off these phone calls, but imagine if nobody had known that, what she was doing in real time, and we were just getting these phone calls. That fucking same line of, oh, that's the old me, would have been thrown out so fucking quickly, and people would have went with it. But nah, bitch, you're doing shit still. Fuck the phone calls. These just help support who you really are, but we also know what you're doing in real life, in real time. So miss me with it.
Well, and I was also just pointing out how many people were in here, because it's more than we usually have.
Right. Which, and I'm good. I'm glad that people are starting to listen, because I don't think I ever entered this fight alone. I know on my family side I did. Like I went out and I fucking did this because that's how I was raised. Like I don't get how my mom and my sisters and everybody like, yeah, these are not the women that I knew growing up. Like that's why I am the way I am. That's why I speak out the way I speak out, because that's who taught me to do so. So when I see that they're just kicking back and everything's kiki and caca, no, this shit ain't funny. This shit is not funny. Something is wrong. And then we find this out and it's like, oh my God. Aww. That's so cute. I love those campers. The ones that are like, they look like they're spaceships. They're like capsules. They look like capsules. You know,
The
they're not. Yeah.
streamlines, or that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Miranda Lambert has one, and my friend actually used to be the one who would like pull it.
Uh huh. Those are so cute. I
So
love them.
yeah, so we saw it one time, and it's really really cute. Airstream, that's what it's
Yeah.
called,
There you go.
Airstream.
There you go. Yeah. Those are fucking dope. I want one so bad. When my kids are grown, one of my goals is to like get a RV of some sort and just travel the entire United States. And if I have the money, because that's my goal too, is to put that bad boy and ship it somewhere and travel to other countries in it too. Because I just want to see the world, and flying by, you're not really seeing it. You know what I mean? But yeah, this whole, I'm going this way. That's not where I'm going. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to look at where I'm supposed to be going. I've got an order to drop off.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go to the dispo today or not.
Well, good luck. I know today and, oh wait, no, today's Monday. No, tomorrow and Wednesdays, my dispo has, like the discounts where it's like 30% off and 25% off. So I typically only like to go on those days. But yeah, once I get parked, I can give y'all more info, because I'm looking at where I'm going.
Boris asked, has Ken talked to anyone in his family yet?
Yeah, he's still talking to my mom. And I promised my mom that I would be very careful and not disclose everything he said, because that he did talk to her for a while, and I don't want to ruin that for my mom and also me. Like, I want to be able to keep in contact. He's still very mad at me, and it ain't about Gypsy. It's about what I said about the dog, and I get that. And yeah, he should be mad at me for that. I shouldn't have let that slip. So I'll own that. I'll give him his time. That was wrong for me to.
He can be mad at me too.
Yeah, like that was wrong. I was pissed off, and that's not information that any of y'all should have known. And it really, like I don't have embarrassing shit when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have ever said shit. Like, that was wrong as fuck for me.
Well, as long as you recognizing them in it.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and I will say that it was wrong, something that shouldn't have came out, but it was definitely some sister shit to do. Like it was a moment, and except for it wasn't meant to be in front of the whole world, you were just angry.
Exactly. I was just angry, and I know why he's angry at me though, so I'm not gonna fault him for that.
But I'll be honest, like, I've never from the very beginning thought that you were like trying to hurt your brother. Like, I don't think that there's ever been intention anything. You're trying to help your brother. And I think that's what people needed to see, is that you're the little sister who is like fighting for your brother and now niece.
Exactly.
It's like, of course, yeah, you can say, oh, I wish they would have never met, but then the baby wouldn't be here. It's more complicated. It's not cut, it's not black and white. It's very complicated. And she is here. She does exist, people.
She does exist.
And I will tell you, Queso, in the comments, I asked them to repeat that Aurora and Parker are safe, what Gypsy did, and just repeat it every once in a while when new people come in. And I really appreciate them doing that. If I
Yeah.
hope that's okay with you. That way, we're
Yes.
not having to repeat.
Yes. Thank you. Because again, I don't want to have to repeat, and I know people are wondering, and
Can't you
so
pin that?
I don't know how to. And no, Aurora is not with Ken. I mean, Aurora, yes, Ken. She is with Ken. She's not with Gypsy. Um, if you go look and see the comments under some of my videos, you will see why I am not going to tell y'all where that little girl is at. She's not with Gypsy, and that's all that matters. Um, people have literally sent me pinpointed locations, as in addresses, to people at Gypsy, to Christy and Rod. I'm not gonna tell y'all where she's at for y'all to find the fucking address. Like, and y'all might really mean good by it, but I don't think y'all understand how it comes off. It's scary. It worries me. Like, you don't need the actual address to where my niece is at. And, thank you for caring and wanting to make sure she's safe, but she is safe. And looking up
Yeah,
people,
and I think that
is
some people
kind of
are,
weird.
genuinely asking, but I think just asking wrong. And so the,
Exactly. And that's why I said, I
midlife
don't want
wants
to.
up if
Yeah,
midlife requested.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was trying to. Yeah,
And
I was
that's what
trying
I
to get
said.
that.
I don't want to be rude. I'm not meaning that in any rude way. I just, maybe y'all don't realize how it's coming off. And so I'm going to tell y'all how it's coming off, and
Hey,
hopefully
Autumn.
that will make y'all stop.
I think you can put a sticker up. Like, there's like something called a sticker that you could put on the screen, and it might help people not asking so much.
Okay.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what the settings are because I've never had my own life, but I know that people like will put a sticker, and you could just put up there, "Don't ask me where Aurora is. She's safe. That's all," or whatever you want to put up there, so that maybe it'll kind of. Because I'm sure that most of the people just want to know for her safety, not in ill intentions, But there are people that do have ill intentions too. So
Allie, is that something you can do as mod or no?
Real quick, I'm going to go mute until I get back in
I'm
the
trying
house.
to find it. I'm trying to see.
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna hop down. I'm still not feeling good. I'm gonna probably fall asleep. I'm gonna put a tapper on. So I just wanted to say I've seen people do that before, so maybe it's something that can happen.
Okay. Feel better.
All right, I'll try. I'll be modding while I'm awake though, down here in the comments.
Yeah, I don't think it's something I can do as a mod.
I
But
believe it has to be her probably.
but if I have to be the voice, I'll be the one that says every so often whenever I see the comments roll in, Aura's safe. You guys don't need to know where she is. Yes, they're broken up because I've been seeing a lot of repetitive comments too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Queso just reported, or not reported, just posted it again. So
Yeah,
I think that's helping.
Gypsy and kind of broken up. Um, Aurora is safe. That's all y'all need to know.
Of course, LeBran. I understand. It's just she's been getting some weird
Yeah.
messages and things. It's just
And you guys do have to understand how it comes off because it does come off a little bit weird. You guys, like we said, might have the best intentions possible, but at the same time, like, how would you feel if I asked you where your niece is? Like it's a little bit weird.
oh yeah, you can pin the comment, Allie, can't you?
No, I can't.
Oh.
And did she finally say mommy and when? You can go over to Gypsy's Instagram for that. She has a whole video about that.
She has a whole People magazine article,
She
which is weird.
Tammy, listen to me. She has a whole video about Aurora calling her mommy. Go to her Instagram and watch it. You're just asking the same question in caps. Just go to her Gypsy's Instagram. She has a whole video about Aurora saying mommy. I promise.
Yeah, and like I said, People magazine, I think it was just People wrote an entire article. It was just a strange thing.
Yeah, I'm like, I just don't know why she's in here asking Autumn about it. That's why I'm like, go to her Instagram and look if you're that curious.
She said she
Autumn
saw
wasn't
it,
there for
so I
that.
don't
She don't know.
understand what more can be said here if you saw it for yourself.
Yeah. And I don't know why you think Autumn has more information on that than that video. Y'all seem to think that Autumn's in her house or something. Okay, Tammy. You're good.
Yeah, Abby, it was just some of the people are sending her messages and like asking for like exact location, and that's what's weird. But yes, we do know that most of the people are asking out of genuine concern. But I think just saying that the baby is safe, the baby is fine, should just be adequate.
Yeah, that should be more than enough. And at Madison Farr, you requested, do you still want up or was it an accident? Lorraine, Gypsy tried to take Parker with her to the store and Ken wasn't with it, and that's why they're broken up right now. That's what happened to Parker. Jenny, we don't know if they're broken up for good. I don't even think Ken knows that, for real.
We just hope.
Yeah, all we could do is hope. I don't even think Ken knows the answer to that question. We hope they're done for good, but that's all we can do. Did he think she was gonna hurt the dog? I think that's what his concern was. But
Yeah, she didn't have a real answer.
I do think that she was trying to hurt the dog. Now, what happened, there's no way to tell because all she was doing was leaving for the store, and Kenan kind of heard the paw pads and was making sure that Parker wasn't leaving out of the garage or like getting out, and he caught her putting him in her car, and he asked what she's doing, and she's like, I'm just taking him to the store with me, and that was the last for him. He's done, she could have been trying to do anything, but the point is you didn't ask to take Parker. Parker is not your dog. Yes, you have taken Parker before, but you asked, like he knew that you had Parker, and only God knows what you were going to do. And this was right after you found out that he got Parker with his ex and blew up on him about it. So, he's, who knows? You were like basically trying to tell him he needed to get rid of Parker, and he told you kick rocks, and he's going to board her, or him, sorry, and then boom, this happens. Like, it sounds like you were trying to get rid of Parker without him knowing it was you. And I'm not cool with that. And then on top of these calls with you, talking about your daughter, and like I'm gonna have to go listen to it because I'm gonna be so sick. But you're talking to your daughter, or you're talking about your daughter having to fight you over intimate time with her father, as in when you were talking to Ryan, that this was like a fantasy of yours. Absolutely not. Thank you for your time. I know this was difficult, but you were very candid. If it had been anybody else, they would be throwing you to the wolves. But because it's you, you're going to try and blame your past. You're going to try and say it's this, it's that. No, ma'am, you're a predator. And again, people forget women are predators. They absolutely can be predators. There are little boys that every single day are being victimized, and because they're boys, they're being told, "Oh, you're the man. Oh, it's cool. It's ha ha ha." No, you're a victim. You're 11, 12 years old, and a grown ass woman is touching all over you. You're a victim. You're not the man. But that's just how society has it with boys versus girls. So, and yes, teachers, but that seems to be like a surge. Honestly, I think it's because women are starting to teach their sons, hey, I would never do this to you. So if another woman does, say something. That shit has been happening for a really long fucking time. Dads have been bringing their sons to strip clubs or to have, adult women at little kids' parties. It's like, that's not cute to me.
Blueface.
Yeah, Blueface, exactly. And now I take back, because previously I was kind of on the fence with the whole Blueface is weird or like that. Man, when I saw him try to breastfeed that baby, like, I'm sorry, but you literally let the mouth go on your nip. That is weird. You can't breastfeed that baby.
Yeah. That's the only reason I was like, I don't. I'm not gonna go as far as to say is I definitely think he's doing something to Superior, but like the shit he does is weird, and the fact that he doesn't do it with his own kid, that's weird to me.
Well, and I don't think that I mean, I might not know, but I don't think when the other kids were little, I don't think he was as big as far as streaming. And so God knows what the fuck he did with his own little kid, but he's not around them as much anymore to do anything. But still, regardless of his kid, someone else's kid, that's a newborn baby. You're a man. You can't breastfeed, and you like it's funny if you're like pretending, haha, not when you actually have the baby's mouth on your fucking nip. That's weird.
And I'm just saying it's weird because I've never, like you said, he might not have been as big into streaming, but I've never, ever, ever in my life seen him put his own son on his lap and kiss him and hug him the way he does Superior. I've never seen that.
Exactly. And as far as Boston recording, I know it's okay. I know that she previously might have said some things that weren't in my favor, but I believe me and her have gotten over that hump in our online relationship, I should say. So I don't have any qualms about her recording. Yeah, she loves me now. But thank you for anyone who's concerned, because I know. So, and yeah,
Oh, sorry.
sorry. Yes, Ken has left her. He put her out. I am not saying where Aurora's at because people are sending me addresses. Like, y'all don't need an address of where she's at, and it's really scary when y'all are trying to get one. I'm telling y'all, she is safe. She is not with Gypsy, and if you look at it, she hasn't posted her. She's safe, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. And if people keep asking where she is, and specifically that question, where is Aurora, I'm gonna mute you. I'm just warning you now.
Right. It's been, I want to say, Madison, has been a month or a little over a month. It's been, I want to say it's over a month now.
Allie Madison did ask if she could come up, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah, if Madison, yeah, she can come up if she wants. Or are you wanting to come up? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
she
earlier I
asked
asked.
Allie. Yeah, she answered in the chat, but it's going fast. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I asked if it was an accident or not. Yeah. Hello.
Hi. You want it up?
Yeah, I want it up because I'm just so sick of gyp shit at this point.
Yes, Gypsy's living with Rod and Christine. And yes, Gypsy was going to the grocery store, and Ken caught her taking Parker, and he asked her, and she said, "I was just gonna take him with me," but not asking, given the timing of her just blowing up on him, telling him he's gonna have to get rid of Parker, and blah blah blah. It was just too much. I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist to connect one and one.
Damn, she just does not know how to give up. Like, she's a lowlife.
Yeah,
Someone asked why did it take him so long to leave?
You know, that's a question for Ken, and I have the same question. Yeah, I don't know. I would have thought he left a long time ago, especially finding out that the phone call between Ryan and Gypsy where Ryan said, you know, what he did with this child around is something that apparently Kenan already knew. And so me hearing that and being like, why in the fuck did you not leave when you saw that she sent pictures of Aurora to him then? I don't know if that came out after those pictures, if it came out before. Regardless, I just don't know why he didn't leave. And I'm hoping it's maybe she didn't tell him like that. Maybe she told him like a sugar coated version of it. And so, like, had
Most
he known,
likely that.
yeah. So I
And
don't know.
have Ken apologize to you?
No, and I just got through saying that Kenan doesn't. Right now, I'm not looking for an apology from Kenan. I know the big grand scheme, maybe he does owe me one, but I like the gypsy stuff aside. I shouldn't have spoke out and said anything about his childhood and any embarrassing. Like I shouldn't have done that. So he's mad at me. Yeah, I've apologized to him, but right now, like it's me who owes him the apology, and I don't. I'm not looking for that from him. I know why he's upset with me.
Yeah, and what's also crazy is that I know that people still quote unquote praise her on like some Instagram comments and YouTube, but let me get this straight. If it was someone else, they would be all ape shit, batshit crazy on someone else, but not Gypsy, all because of her quote unquote past.
Exactly. 1 second, y'all.
Kaylin01 is asking if she can come up before she has to leave for errands. I think she's came up before.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Everybody, welcome Kaylin.
Hi,
Hello.
everybody. How's it
Hello.
going? I just was shocked. Did I just hear that Ken knew about the phone calls?
Yep.
Is that what I
Part
heard?
of them.
Yep.
Of course he knew. He was part of them. Now, like, I just have a honest question. How did the phone calls get released? Like, I'm not trying to, like, play dumb or anything.
It was via FOIA request.
Oh my gosh, I am so shocked. Wait, and they're not together anymore?
No, not right now.
Let's see how long that lasts.
It's lasted.
She's probably
It's
freaking
lasted a
out.
month thus far.
And she's not freaking out about it?
Oh, she probably is.
Oh gosh.
Trust me, I know she's freaking out because
I was kind of thinking that.
she's probably, like, copying Mia yet again.
Oh, I just can't believe that. Wait, he was a part of some of them?
He was a part of the calls, yes.
Yeah. But I believe from what I've heard
I
from
heard
TikTok,
Ryan.
yeah, most of them, from what I've heard, are like mostly Gypsy and Ryan. But I've heard from like Ken and Gypsy before, but mostly from Ryan and Gyp.
Well, and just to point out, Ken and Gypsy were together before Ryan and her were. He was calling her long before Ryan.
Why did Ken even get with her? Oh my.
Girl, he got with her while she was still in prison, the same way Ryan did. Got engaged to her and everything in there. Go ahead.
I just want to know why. Like what?
None of us know why, babe.
The better question is,
Fish in the sea.
why did Ken even get back with Gypsy after when she got out of prison?
Oh my.
Okay, now I saw a video that might answer that question when it was a funny video. Someone clipped a phone call where she was telling Kenan the Lifetime was paying $25,000 an episode, and then it cuts to Kenan putting on the microphone and stuff for the camera. You know, like that was hilarious. Like, okay, $25,000 an episode. I can see that, but she baby trapped him immediately,
I was
and so
gonna
now
say,
he's stuck.
everybody
You know?
knew that.
Yeah, he's stuck now. But I think maybe the first time would have been motivation with money.
Oh, he's stuck until when Aurora turns 18 or some shit.
Exactly. And you know what, Momo? I don't know. I asked that too. I never got those answers.
Well, I wonder if he could get full custody.
With these phone calls that are coming out, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like with her track record and stuff.
Well, he doesn't like have a record as far as that, and records
Yeah.
aren't going to be what like keeps you. The courts, unfortunately, they very rarely look at a criminal record unless it's comparing to the other parent. They're
Oh,
not
that.
going
Yeah.
to use it as the
Ken may
reason to take the
Ken
child.
may be a fool for being with Gypsy in the first place, but damn well I feel like Ken would be the better parent for Aurora.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, just Ken's family. Like we see for almost 2 years now, the family that she's been surrounded around has been okay with sweeping hypocrites' behaviors under the rug and
And
acting like
Gypsy,
nothing's wrong.
and she has the baby. She has Aurora alone by herself.
No, she doesn't. Now she's not even allowed to. But even before, she never did. Like she never. She always had people around her, whether it was a friend, Christy, like because
Yeah.
Gypsy doesn't want the responsibility. She likes to be able to get on her phone and stay on her phone. She likes to be able to do what she wants to do, and you can't do that with the baby.
Yeah.
You know, with
Oh
the
my
parent
god.
now, she can say, "Hey, watch her real quick," and then go do whatever she's doing.
Yeah, I just can't. Ugh, stomach turning.
Yeah. And
That was crazy.
what are they saying? Raina said it was her. What are you talking about, Sam?
Yeah,
Cause she keep
Madeline.
asking,
Oh, go
she
ahead.
keep she keep asking, was that Gypsy that let Parker out like a year ago?
Oh yeah,
Raina said it was her.
yeah, that was Raina. Yeah, that was Gypsy.
No, Raina said it was her.
Oh no, it wasn't Raina. No, it wasn't my mom. That was Gypsy.
Oh, maybe she was lying, but when she was on Morpheus, she
Yeah.
said it was her.
No, that yeah, no, my mom. I talked to my mom last night, and yeah, no, that she let that come out whenever she was telling me about why Kenan put Gypsy out. Yeah,
Well, it looks like Gypsy's been lying about a lot of things, and I think what really even bothered me personally was that I can't get over that blanket video like that.
I can't get over the fact that she literally said when she was quote unquote with Nick House what she's going to do if and when she has a 13-year-old daughter, if you know what I'm saying.
yep, and then
Oh my god.
That
and that's
was
why I
like the
said
breaking point,
for those.
besides the racist calls.
How
Yeah,
is she
well, and also apparently there's calls and it got sent to my inbox. So when I end this, I'm gonna go listen and probably have a video clipped out soon. But apparently there's a call where she's telling Ryan that if they have a daughter, that her and this daughter are gonna have to fight over intimate time with him.
I knew that.
Yeah, see, Starlight know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Raina said it was her.
Yeah,
didn't she say that to Nick too?
that's why I'm saying
Yeah,
that she's always said that
something
Nick
like that,
told her
I
to say that.
believe.
She's always claimed that Nick told her to say that, and that's such a lie because now we have the other phone calls
Oh,
that
but it was
are
actually her saying.
yeah, so where it's you saying it.
We always knew that though. Like, come on now.
Yeah, and I'm just so sick of people still supporting her because people keep sympathizing, and I put this in quotes, sympathizing with her because of her past. But literally, if it was some random other dude or girl, they would go apeshit crazy, and I'm like, nah.
Also, this whole people are so worried about her past to give her past. Listen to her calls. If you don't want to listen to all of them, go to my page and listen to my videos because I have them clipped. She says that she murdered her mother. She says that she had her mother murdered because she was going to do what she wanted to do. That gives away her whole victim story.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't understand how, like I said, I don't understand how she's let out. Like, how is she free? And freaking. Yeah, that is insane.
Hello, Starlight said she called herself the female OJ. I did not hear that.
She said that's in a call with, I actually just heard that today.
So did
I
I.
Because
am
she was
flabbergasted.
saying that she was going that they're going to be following her TMZ and whatnot. Well,
Oh
we all
my
know the
god.
reason why they did that is because she's the one telling them where she is, number one.
Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah. Hmm.
he said, who do you think you are, Doja Cat? And she's like, I'm the female OJ.
Oh my
Oh.
god, don't piss me off.
Oh.
Well, that's just lovely.
Wow. What?
Dude, even that motherfucker fucking wrote a book called If I Did It. You did.
You did. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but
I'm so mad. The fact that he called his book that. If I Did It. You did, motherfucker.
yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't he like
Is
obsessed
that
with
the
her?
OJ thing? I was gonna say that the book. He waited till he got his little verdict, and then he's like, "If I had done it, this is how I would have done it."
Oh my gosh, that was so sad. She was so little and cute too. Oh,
Yeah. Well,
so young. Oh,
this is. I'm sorry. I'm looking. So for y'all that weren't here earlier, an associate or I can't call him a friend, but an associate. He was found murdered in his house yesterday. Yeah. And there apparently it was so bad. Initially, police didn't even know how he had been murdered. They didn't find out it. He
how old he
was
was?
shot multiple times. He's older. He's 58 years old.
Gosh,
But
that's so
and I'm
sad.
not gonna say he's like the nicest guy either. But again, nobody deserves to be
Yeah.
murdered.
No, no.
I know, right? Well, we can't. We gotta be.
Can you confirm? Somebody said Gypsy did not shave Parker.
Yeah, no, she did not shave Parker. I don't even know where
Why are
that.
people saying that?
Yeah, I don't know why people are saying that, but
I think it was one of those things that was a joke in here somewhere. Someone's like, she probably was going to shave his hair and then, you know, gave him a telephone.
she found out that Kenan got Parker with his ex because Parker's his dog. And the ex, I'm not going to say the name because everybody wants to find out who this ex is. And I'm not going to do that to her. But apparently she did not know this because she can't put 2 plus 2 together and get 4. Like, time wise, you had to have known he got the dog with his ex. But she never thought about it. And when she found out, she blew up on him and was basically telling him he was going to have to get rid of Parker. And he's like, no, look like I'm not. And then he caught her trying to sneak off with him. Like, she was going to the store. He knew she was leaving. He was watching Aurora, but he didn't, like, he heard Parker just like walking off, like, and so he made sure Parker wasn't getting out of the garage. He didn't think that Gypsy was taking him until he goes out to the garage and sees that she's trying to put Parker in the car and asks her, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm just going to take him to the store." Weird. Exactly, or she was going to do something to him.
Yeah, I heard.
She would have came back home and been like, and he'd ask her, "Where's Parker?" "I don't know. He was here when I left."
Oh my gosh.
Yep. And then isn't she a furry? Like, she could have had some other intentions with him.
Well, I saw like a live video where like Ken said that she was leaving to go get a Red Bull, like, but it was like a little later on, and it was, and she had like a bunch of open drinks, and I don't know, she was like acting weird. She was acting weird on the live.
Yeah, she was trying to leave. It was a Dr. Pepper, but that wasn't.
Oh, yes, yeah.
That
When did
timing-
that happen?
That was before.
Yeah, she just acted weird
It
when.
was like a month ago.
Yeah, but it was
They've been
before.
broken up for a month.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was basically, I think, around the
Yeah, it
time
was just
he found
weird.
out that she was still talking to Ryan, and so he's like, "Why are you trying to leave?" Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
y'all
what
leave
that meant.
Ken's ex out of this. That poor
Yeah,
lady.
you're not giving. Yeah, you're not. I'm not giving y'all his ex's name or anything because you know what? That woman, if she wanted to be anything or anywhere near this, or if she was
She'd
anything,
make herself known.
she'd be here already. Exactly. Like
Okay.
she left Kenan.
Ask Nana if she went to the store and said,
Look, she left Kenan because she found out that Kenan had talked to Gypsy while she was in prison, or that they were engaged. She didn't know that at all. And I warned Kenan about that, but I guess he felt that he didn't need to tell her. And a friend of theirs found out through a news article or something and sent it to her. And she left while he was at work. She was really hurt behind it and embarrassed. And that girl does not want to be known. Gypsy's tried to have her doxxed. Nobody will dox her. Like, I know Ash Too Trippy said that she's talked to this ex, and this ex said she was a roommate and blah, blah, blah. Do not listen to Ash Too Trippy because, for one, she's an ex. For two, who's going to drive over 30 hours, even ride over 30 hours to meet the family of a roommate? Please tell me who. I wouldn't. I'm not driving from Seattle to Texas to meet the family of my roommate. Like, you can miss me with it. But my man, I might. Yeah, so you just have to think, just in reality, like, what makes sense, you know?
Yeah, I don't even think I drive that far for my man.
Exactly. Like, they just, and I offered her to talk to me. I told her, I don't want to say you're lying. Like, maybe this girl told you that, and if she did, I'm telling you she lied to you then, and that's not his ex, because his ex will barely, like, his ex and my mom have talked. They still talk, not regularly, not every day, not every week, not every month, but here and there.
Starlight said Ash to shitty.
Yeah, but here and there, and as in recently, she has talked to my mom, and she wants no parts in any of this.
Gypsy's talked to your mom?
No, the ex.
Oh, the ex.
Yes. She wants no parts in this. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
So, and with how Gypsy will stab a headboard and cut a blanket up and do all this stuff because she found something, like, nah, that girl will hurt her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would not trust her.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's awful.
Like in Pascal, that's why I said, I clarified, not every day, not every week, not every month. It's literally here and there, but they have talked. You know, like, it's not like they keep up constant communication. But yes, my mother's number has been the same since I think I was 14 years old. So they have talked, but they don't, like, keep a routine, you know, conversation between each other. They just, I'm assuming she reached out to her after all this stuff came out because obvious reasons. But
well, I don't even think her and Mia talk anymore, right? Right?
Nope, she doesn't. No, and Gypsy told me that herself, that her and Mia don't talk because Mia's final straw was the engagement thing. You know, she shared her engagement stuff before she could, and how Gypsy explained it away was she made this big video and she sent it to Mia and she asked her if she could post it, and Mia didn't respond, and then she sees that Mia posted on Instagram, and so she took that upon herself to decide that meant that Mia said yes, that she could post it on TikTok, and so she did. And she's like, I know how now I realize it's wrong. That shit sounds like a really good story you made up. No, you did that because you wanted to take that moment from her.
Wasn't she, like, also being, like, racist or something?
Yes, she's racist. And, like, my babies are mixed. We have percentages in us. Kenan's father is Turkish. Hello? Like, do you understand that, like, who your own daughter is mixed? Your own daughter.
Yeah.
Not with black.
Yeah, but okay, so I don't know if you know what they call, like, Romanians and Turkish people. They call them the sand N-words. Yeah,
no,
they don't.
Not the same
thing. They do. And
I know they do. It's not the same thing, though.
No, it's not. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna say anything about the N-word, it's typically because you're, like, KKK. Yeah, exactly. You're more for white stuff, and like, girl, your daughter and your man are not even fully white. Like, they are mixed in general as well. So you can't, like, skin color, colorism, okay, I get it. But as far as actual DNA, honey, you don't have a white child.
Yeah. Yeah, she's...
And you're talking like... And again, I don't want to hear the excuse of, oh, it's old, it's old. No, it's not. Those things, those type of things aren't old. Those are in you. You're not a child, predator when you're younger and then just not be a child predator. Like, that's not something that grows out. You're not racist Now, I can't say you're not racist one day and not racist the next, because I do know a man. My mom swears they weren't together, but I think they were. Anyways, when he was younger, his mother drove MARTA buses, and that's like the metro buses, but it's called MARTA in Georgia. And one night, four black males got on her MARTA and they raped and unalived her. And that boy grew up hating that entire race for the murder of his mother. I mean, he hated them. And then he got a call one day at work from the hospital that there was an accident at the baseball practice with his kid, where his kid got hit in the head with a bat, and they didn't know if he had much time. He needed to get to that hospital. And he was in Georgia Spaghetti Junction around 5 p.m. You're at a dead stop still. You're not moving. So he literally pulled his car over and started running to this hospital because he would have gotten there faster. And it was, what do you know, four black males, the Jamaicans that were in this vehicle or that broke all these traffic laws and raced him to this hospital, prayed over his son. His son lived, and it broke his racism also. And so that's why I say maybe, like, it just depends on if it's because, you know, your mother was murdered, you hate these people, and then these people prayed over your son. Happens to be four black males that prayed over your son as well. It changed things for him, and he, you know, so I don't know, but that ain't happened for her. Ain't nothing drastic like that happened. She's just racist because she's racist. It's not because these people did anything to her or anything
Was her
like
mom
that.
racist?
Probably, I don't know, but because I don't know if she was, and I'm not fond of saying anything disrespectful about Dee Dee because they've
Yeah, no,
already
I
painted
just
her
didn't
martyr.
know.
Yeah, they've
You
already
saying
made
her
her.
mom as in Dee Dee?
Wow. Yeah, no, they're asking if Dee Dee was
I
racist, and
think
I
her.
said,
No, she said
I
on the
think.
call her mom taught her not to be racist.
oh, okay. Well, then see, there you go. There you have it.
I think. Dee Dee's parents. Oh my gosh, I think we're even talking horrible about her.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't want, like, this whole narrative. We all know Dee Dee might not have been perfect, but I don't know a mother that is. Okay, and with a child like Gypsy, dare I say she was perfect then? Because damn, you had a hell of a child on your hands. But I can't. I don't know how I would parent a child like Gypsy. I don't know if I would have came to the conclusion. I can't be your parent. To be your parent, I have to do what's hard and give you to a facility or somewhere because I can't handle someone like you. That's me being your parent. It doesn't, obviously it appears Dee Dee never did that. I think she was trying to towards her death because her Google searches were looking for homes for Gypsy. So, and yeah, and then that phone call of her saying, I think it was when I was like 5 years old that I started feeling like this deep, like, feeling of remorse. Bitch, you ain't never felt remorse. Shut up. But to say that you felt it at 5 years old, I thought you didn't know your age. Thought you didn't know your age.
Remorse for what?
She said that by the age of 5, she just felt like she knew something was going to happen to her mother and that it was going to be because of her. And so she's just always felt this deep sadness. Girl, you've never felt deep
So then
sadness.
why not just stop it from happening? Okay.
Exactly. Why not just, like, I mean, in a 5-year-old, are you even capable of feeling those feelings? No, I don't think so. Like,
That's
sadness
like
because maybe
saying
you're teddy bear, but like you're gonna unalive your mother? Absolutely not.
that's like saying I have a feeling I'm gonna crash the car. Okay, so pull over then. Like
Exactly. Like, pull over. But and you're 5? You're telling me you were 5 when you were having these thoughts? That concerns me. Like, she put her age range, like, she thinks way too old of a 5-year-old. A 5-year-old would not even have the capacity to think like that. No, I didn't hear what you said.
Sorry, that was my daughter talking.
Oh, okay.
I'm
And you know
sorry.
what? As far as the dolls and stuff, that's why in the very beginning I said I don't believe anybody's born a certain way, and I think it's because of what's happened to them. I speculated that Gypocrit might have been victimized when she
no,
was
she.
younger, as far as sexually, but the reason I say that, though, because they keep bringing up this Hunchin Dolls thing, that is a key indicator. That's a main act in multiple, like across the board, all children, when they might have experienced being victimized or touched or whatever, they act out in hunching their dolls or their teddy bears or their whatever.
Fact.
But also her microdeletion, one of the symptoms is being hypersexual.
Exactly, and I get that, but that's where I was getting with the whole
So it sounds
hunching the
like she
dolls
kind of
thing.
was born that way.
Yeah, well, and see, look, there's other people that have it that aren't like that. These are just symptoms that could be, and with the proper like caretakers, hopefully those don't come out, and obviously it's not that Dee Dee didn't care. It's just, I think she like cared too much and she thought she was being nice by letting Gypsy just kind of do what she wanted to do.
Oh,
And
she didn't think she was going to live very long. I think she thought she was going to have a very short life, and she wanted to give her as many memories as possible.
But why didn't?
Um, I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
no, you're
I,
okay.
this whole lying, like, oh, Dee Dee lied to get the house, Dee Dee lied to get the Disney trip. No, I think Gypsy lied to Dee Dee to get the fucking Disney trips and the house and the shit.
I just don't understand why she didn't tell that neighbor girl. Like there were people close by that I feel
Oh,
like she could have told or done
Yeah.
something.
she
Hello,
told us.
Starlight, where she says that she was hyper schmexual in the calls. It's funny because she does say that in the calls. And then there is an interview with her, I believe, on the show where she's saying that she was fine with, she thought that she didn't need it because she could go months without touching herself and what have you. So she was not a sexual person, not a,
And
a
to be
sexual
clear,
being, but it's just funny. She goes from then you hear these calls like, oh, I thought you said you weren't into that. And then all
right?
of a sudden
And
it's
I'm
just
sorry.
lies on lies.
I'm sorry, but if you
Jizz
have
on the
sex
napkin.
every day, I don't think that makes you this over sexualized person. If you're an adult and you're married and you have sex every day, okay, you have sex because you're intimate with your partner. Being a sexualized being is the shit like when she tells him to go into the bathroom and relieve himself and then carry that tissue in his pocket around these kids. Like, who even thinks that deeply?
I was gonna say, who even thinks of that?
Like who even would get
Yeah.
off on something like
Who
that?
follows directions like that? Ugh.
Exactly. But like, like, so if someone has tissue in their pocket, you thinking it might have something on it? Because like, I need to know if that's where your
I know.
brain is at.
I don't think I'm ever going to borrow a tissue again. Never.
Exactly.
Nasty.
Like, that's
Nope. Never. It
crazy.
might be crispy.
But but that's what's funny is that it was brought up in the comments too, is how if she says that she remembers being 5 years old and having those memories, and then and other things that she did. So you can remember back when you had these memories, the exact age that you were, yet
You
your
didn't
mom
know.
lied to you and you didn't know how old you were. Like make it make sense. None of it makes sense.
Exactly.
Even though
Exactly.
birthday cakes had numbered candles on them. Come on.
Oh, she explained that when she thought she was at someone else's birthday party. She didn't know it was for her.
Girl, bye.
Oh
What?
You blowing the
Lord.
birthday cakes
Yeah,
Girl,
and the
bye.
candles
right.
out?
That's an awful lie.
Like, you're blowing the candles out or having a birthday cake sit in front of you for someone else's birthday?
That makes everybody else seem stupid that bought that story.
Exactly. Like, please, you knew what it is. And again, all these stories she told, they could literally be put aside because she has said first she said it was, I didn't have my mother killed because I was going to live my life for anybody else. Then she goes in other calls and says that she murdered her mother. That should just put everything else to rest. Everything else she said, obviously that was all stories because she later, when she thought nobody was listening, because recording is one thing, listening at the same time, that's different. She might have thought nobody was actively listening, and so she said the
Hmm.
truth that she did that shit.
Well, and she says that she she says that she told Nick that she was being so horribly mistreated by her mother. And then she says that she didn't, until her lawyers told her, she didn't even know that she was being mistreated by her
Right.
mother. But then she also, like in this, sometimes in the same breath, within pages of each other in her book, she doesn't make a lick of sense because the whole time she is in that interrogation room, She does not mention being mistreated not one
Oh
time.
my gosh.
She's talking about being at Universal, being at Disney,
Oh,
doing this, doing that. Like
she was
that.
fake crying.
Well, that's
Ryan's
what I'm
Yeah.
looking
butthole. What a
at because
name.
I've pulled reports that have said that on initial interrogation, she
Yeah.
told investigators this story that her mom she abused her, that she had to run away from her mom,
And
and
I
then
heard,
but that this was after the fact because remember she tried to act like she didn't that she didn't even know Nick did it. She tried to say what, like she tried to play. This was after that moment, like when she went and spoke with interrogation or investigators again. It was my mom. She abused me.
oh my gosh. Yeah, well, she's just as guilty and should be having the same exact. It's not fair because she was literally right there, and oh my gosh, he said that she handed him the gloves like right at the door and was helping. Oh my gosh, I
I
can't.
don't think, Caitlin. I don't think so.
No, you don't
You
think
know,
she was helping?
the phone
You
calls
do
that
have a
I've
heart attack.
heard what I've heard is like definitely when she said the I didn't have my own mother killed, blah blah blah, she was talking to Kenan. Okay, so like how did you not know? But then how she worded it was, I'm gonna live my life how I want to live it. He's like, okay, I guess I get what you're saying, but wrong comparison. Because how she tells it is her mom controlled her. She wouldn't let her do anything. She had to keep her all around, and like she just kept a hold of her, and she was never gonna get away. And that's not true. That was not true. And I have not heard calls like with Ryan. I haven't heard those same calls with Kenan.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, Kennan's not putting things in his crawl like Homeboy is, and you got Ryan's buttholes
And you
over
know
here
what?
commenting.
If that call ever comes out, please just leave me right on out of that one, okay? I don't need to know. I've already heard about the Mike Honcho, and I don't need to see or nothing. Somebody had the audacity to text message me in my private number, send me
Oh.
screenshots. Like, I'm so glad I was with Pam and Michelle when this happened because I had somebody to hand my phone to and say, hey, can you check this out before I click on it just to make sure it's not something? And it was something. It was apparently my brother. I don't need to see none of that.
Oh my gosh. People
Yes,
are
and they
awful.
deleted it, and I was able to not see anything. But like the fact that
Yeah.
somebody thought that like I needed to see that, and then
Yeah.
started that message with, "I didn't want you to be blindsided, but here, let me blindside you real quick."
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Or just
So
blind you, period.
Well, I'm sorry that happened.
exactly, it's like,
People are
it's okay.
nasty.
Thank you.
Yeah. The timing of that was perfect that you had Pam to do that because, you know,
Yep.
you could have been by yourself, opened it up.
Exactly. Like those, man. I don't know why people think like that. Like I don't need to know. There was a live I was doing where people were in the comments, like they were getting muted and blocked because they kept trying to say shit about like his size and like I will repulse. I will like projectile vomit all over this room right now. I don't need to hear any of that. Like the only thing I was like, okay, at least I heard it wasn't. It's not on the LGBTQ. It's not on that side. Apparently his Mike Honcho seems to be regular stuff, which is cool. Okay, so I don't have because I didn't think my brother was, but what sister ain't gonna want to find out if their brother really is? You lying if you say that your brother who has a daughter and is in a relationship with a woman. You hear he might be on the other side. You don't want to know bullshit.
Girl.
I would want to know regardless. Like I don't gotta ever tell him, but like man. Cause like it's like you don't know your family. Who was that? Was that the Lindsay Clancy?
That?
Oh no, it's not. Okay,
No,
never
it's
mind.
Tupac.
Okay, the Tupac.
Yeah, he's, I guess, got mentioned in it.
God.
Well, let me tell y'all.
Okay.
Just because a man has a family and a daughter or kids, don't
Oh, I know.
Oh, I'm dead.
Don't mean nothing.
Oh, I know.
I
I
got
had
some
a roommate.
homeboys.
Yep, I had a roommate who was on that side, and the men that I like, are you fucking kidding me? I would think you was fine, like, and you're all in here taking it. Absolutely not. Then you're running out the house to answer the phone for your baby mama. Oh my god, my god.
A lot of them male dancers, them girls are giving $1 to kiss.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've not met one male dancer that was fully straight. I've never. I mean, they've always at least been, both ways. Jeez, it dropped me probably because I was gone too long. Let me let you back up.
No, we'll be happy.
Yeah, because apparently my mom said that.
Bullet butt Ryan in the chat.
Huh?
That's crazy to want something. Like I would love my kids regardless, but I don't think I would ever say I would want that, because that comes with all the shit your child's gonna have to go through, because people in society are mean. Like they're gonna have to go through finding themselves and then fully accepting that they're willing to be themselves. And like, girl, that does not come easy. That comes with a lot of shit that parents don't see their kids go through. To say you always wanted a gay son, I don't think you did, because that's saying you want a son that went through bullying and moments where they didn't know themselves and all that shit. It's mostly, I mean, nowadays it's a little different, but it's rare where you find a kid that is happy in themselves. It's most adult males, because they grew into it and finally accepted themselves. That's crazy to want something like that. Exactly. No, a parent should want what is, what they call or deem normal or regular, and they should love their child whether they become whatever, except, if you're like a psychopath or, I mean, I'm not raising a predator. You know what I'm saying? So my son get out this house and end up being something else. You ain't my son. I didn't raise you. Other than that, I'll love you to death.
Flora word of the day is twataconda. A person.
What is your twataconda?
Yeah, twataconda.
That's what I thought I heard.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
The atmosphere was great until the twataconda.
Oh my gosh, the twataconda. That's hilarious. I don't know if they knew they were getting out. I really don't know.
Ken said he wanted them to get out, so
That's what I'm saying. I heard that Ken said he wanted them to get out, and maybe she did know because of what was coming out. But then again, I don't know, because I just don't know. Don't know. Now, I just don't know. I think Ken would have given his family some warning. Gypsy, no, she wouldn't. She'll act like she'll know and say she didn't know. But Kenan, I would like to think if he knew they were coming out, he would have let at least my mom know, hey, there's going to be some, because there's been times where shit was coming out on social media where he was definitely telling us just to ignore it, just to swipe right past it. Don't even engage in it. People are saying this, people are saying that, blah blah blah. And yeah, we did. It's just we did. And then you can only do that for so long before, like, hearing people's old shit, okay. But then when you start getting like relevant shit that's happening right then, and then you start listening to other shit, you can only do it for so long. I probably could have ignored all her past shit forever if she wasn't having her crash out moments and showing who she still was and truly was in the regular time. Because that's what made me like jump out. And then once I started speaking out is when the algorithm brought me to the whole anti side, where I started reading all these like documents and shit where like, holy shit, this bitch is a liar. reading and watching the videos where she's saying with her own mouth and her own voice, like it's not any interpretation. She's saying that she's this age and then breaking character to explain her real age and then going back into character. Ma'am, you told us you didn't know how old you were. You told the family that you didn't even know how old you were when you got arrested and that you thought you were supposed to go to juvie and freaked out and that's when you found out that you were an adult. That's the story you told us. And that is not the fucking truth either. Like
Y'all
she
weren't
made
like
it seem
researching at that time.
so I told you I didn't even know who Gypsy Rose was when they told me that he was talking to her, and then they told me her whole story and shit, and I'm like, hell no, you're fucking tripping. Like no, I had a problem with it immediately because she murdered her mother. And he's like, no she didn't, da, da, da. You just told me when I asked you who the fuck is she's the one who's in there for murdering her mother. So yes she did. And I just know because she was in prison, and I'm like, she wasn't relevant to me. I didn't give a fuck. And
So like
then
once
she
he
broke up
told
with her.
you guys didn't like watch things or like research things.
No, honestly, because she was in prison. Like I said, like if she had been out already, maybe I would have like immediately started. But she was in prison, and so I really didn't think Kenan would be like that serious. Like I didn't think it'd be a thing. And then when he broke up with her in prison, I sure as hell didn't give a shit. Like it was okay, good, cool. Now we're done.
What
And
about when they
all the
got
shit.
engaged?
What? Well, so all the shit that was in the media at that point was she was abused, and they were telling her story hard. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't out yet that was counteracting her. Like there were some that were like, yeah, whatever, but there wasn't a whole anti side yet. And then that didn't come out, or when it did come out, they were already together and she was out of prison. And so I told y'all, he told us, like either stop or we're not going to be a part of y'all's lives. And we don't want to lose Kenan, especially being with a murderer now. Like, and we don't. So you just stay with him. It's your brother.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stay out of the media. People tell you you're wrong as fuck, you're messy, blah, blah, blah. You just want clout if you're talking in your family anyways. So, like, I just stayed out of it. We all did. And
So like I'm
then,
asking like y'all didn't watch the interrogation or nothing like that?
no, no. And I'll be honest with you, I still haven't watched the full interrogation. It's boring. Like, I don't. I've watched a lot of it, but
I have no idea what happened.
She might have gotten a call or something.
no.
she
Anyways, when I was
she
talking
did
shit on
tell us a
Facebook,
lot today.
there were no FOIAs.
I'm
Look, there was
sure.
no FOIAs. Like I didn't hear the FOIAs or I didn't see the FOIAs yet. Like it was just basically people saying bullshit. She's a liar. Da da da. And the fact that she even had the murdering of her mother. I didn't need to know the whole story before I was already against her. I didn't like her. Like, come on, there's plenty of fish in the sea, Kenan. We do not need this one. And I clocked it then. She'll never make it, and she hasn't. She would never make it in this family because if she is who they're saying she is right now, it will be clocked. We will figure it out, and it will be bad. So she wasn't going to make it. Now, when he told me to stop and delete my comments and blah blah blah, I did. And then when he said he was, having my niece, yes, I was happy because she ain't just Jippercrit's baby. She's my brother's baby too. Like I'm happy my brother is having a baby. I'm not going to be hateful. Like that's my niece. So I have to be happy about it. I'm not going to be ugly about it because unfortunately I'm family and I have to be a certain way. But now that she's born and her mother's acting fucking hella crazy and doing all the shit she's doing, I can't sit by for so long and realize, okay, nobody's doing shit. Nobody's saying shit. This shit's still happening, still continuing. What's the odds that, there might be a news article and she done did my brother and her child? I can't handle that. She did her mother, the one who gave her life. So it ain't far-fetched to think that she could do someone else. And I just got scared. I panicked. Like, I really did get scared. Like, I was holding tears back in the video because I'm like, what if she like rages out? Like, she's denying in real life that these are real. And like, I'm not TikTok. Like, she knows that I know this is real. Like, I was freaking out that this bitch was really that psychopathic, that she's just denying her reality. But
Alright,
no, it's just she's lying.
real quick, I just wanted to point out, someone asked a while ago in the chat, Autumn, did you ever meet Jip? And I just thought you might want to clear that up for everybody while there's
I've already cleared it up.
170.
I'm so fucking tired of answering that question. Yes, my God. And she's very off-puttish. There's not a lot of interaction. There wasn't, we didn't hang out. It wasn't, she sits there quiet. She doesn't talk. And that's whether we go there or she comes to my mom's or whatever. She is quiet. She does not have a lot of interaction.
I just thought you'd want to clear that up while we have 170 people in here. You've met Gypsy and you've met Aurora. Just so everybody knows.
There we go. What is it? Another word? Is that what you showed me?
A whole bunch of them.
What was it?
Fuck potato or fuck NATO.
I thought it was a puddle something. The pedal.
Yeah, there's been a whole bunch.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I'm always good for new words.
Huh?
I said I'm always good for new words.
Yeah.
I love them. So see, hold on, I'm reading comments. I'm trying to catch up. Hold on.
Kaylin,
Yes, I heard that one.
everything comes first for her. Gypsy comes first. I don't think anyone comes before her in her eyes.
Yes, well, and she said that in her call. I did hear that one.
There she goes.
I'm muffled.
Not
you are
anymore.
a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I don't, Sherry, as far as I know, I mean, she hasn't been taken away. She's just not with her, and she's not alone with her. She probably will have visits with her. Well, the thing is,
Until she gets obsessed with another man, and then she'll just probably fall off.
And then this whole like Dee Dee, there was never going to be anybody before Dee Dee because, Dee Dee or Gypsy saw Dee Dee as the problem. Like she blamed Dee Dee for not being able to leave. Girl, you left plenty of times. Like I said, my mom went and picked up my friend who said her dad had beat her or whooped her or whatever bad, and she needed us to come get her. And my mom is that kind of like person. If you're being abused, if you need help, like she will go and get you. And the whole time on our way, because she drove over an hour to get there, on our way back, we weren't there maybe 14, 15 minutes. We're leaving like to go walk around the apartment complex. And as we walk out the building, there's a load of cops. I mean, like movie style, just pouring into this apartment. And because this girl, the whole time on the way back to my house, was telling her dad had caught her. Her dad saw her trying to leave and told her to get her ass back. And she made it seem like my mom wouldn't let her out the car. And so I say that to say, I don't put it past Gypsy to run and then text her mama or whatever when it ain't going how she thinks it's going to go, or when she realizes she's weird and wearing a diaper or whatever, and having her mom come get her and act a certain way. I'm sure I'm not the only person in the whole world because, nobody's ever the only person in the whole world that ever experiences or does something.
Who was that guy?
No, they're not. They're not still together, Torty. And Mia went home for a wedding. And I believe they were on cruise with Christian Rod and then got off wherever the fuck. I've got to go and look and check my messages to see what the fuck that story was. But I believe at one point they were all on that cruise together, and then they got off whenever they went to New Orleans. And she was there for a wedding. This is why she stayed one day. and then or one day more than him, but he went to see family. Andre went to see family.
Yeah.
Only stayed a day.
My friend.
And I do believe they have more than one property also. So she might be Rod and Christie's over there, but I think Rod and Christie have more than one property.
There you are. We'll do it.
So I've also answered that question. Peaceful, Cookie, and SLNA. The baby's safe, and that's all that matters. People have texted me addresses and y'all don't need an address of where this girl is at. It's scary, honestly. The baby is safe, and she's not with Gypsy, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. Like I said, y'all have to realize how that's a crazy question. Because how would you feel if I asked you where your niece is?
Exactly. And Jen, I don't know. I'm not invited. Hell, but yeah, I could be a bridesmaid. Just saying.
That's the other thing. Because I saw someone ask you, like, oh, do you know how Rod and Christy feel about these calls? Why would they think you know that?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Well,
why
ask
would
Rod
they
and
think?
Christy and then tell us what they said.
I don't know why they think Autumn would know. They're like as if she's
exactly.
calling Christy.
Yeah, exactly. Like honestly, Susanna, I'd say, does she actually want it? Probably no, but does she want it because it would be like, I don't see her ever accepting the least powerful role. She's not going to accept not having the custody because then everybody's going to talk shit about it and she's not going to be in control. So regardless of if she actually wants it or not, for her image, she's going to fight for it, even though she knows she doesn't want it. Like she's a type that will make her child, suffer in a sense of like, that baby would be happier, living with her daddy or whatever versus living with you. She'd be the type to, oh, well, I don't care because I want the custody.
End results, Edelman and Thompson.
At Casey's, what's so nice to say no? So when someone said, I trained my firstborn child.
Yeah, it is heartbreaking. And yeah.
And here he is.
I mean, honestly, had this girl deleted her TikTok, right? And not on literally the 30th fucking day, right? Because you only have 30 days or 31 days, whatever, before if you deactivate your TikTok, it's fully deactivated if you don't reactivate. She just so conveniently, on that very last day that she has, reactivate to drop this ChatGPT apology and then go back to deactivating. Honey, you, like, these calls had been out. You could have issued this apology a week prior, but no, you chose this day. It's too, like, you just don't think very well. You just don't think. And had she just deleted her account and not reactivated it, and it actually she lost her account, that I might have taken and seen, okay, maybe she might be on her way to getting some help, because that wouldn't have been anything she would ever do if she was taking that step, and she didn't do it. And that's why I say she's not in it. She's not trying to change. She's trying to make it look like she's changed and still be the same person.
Change them I don't know, I've never had a lip filler. Judy doesn't need one of those, but it looks a little bit awkward to be lopsided on your lips on your face.
Exactly. And I don't know if Ken fully supports her. I know when I talk to her about her working, she says that she depends on TikTok. This is why she won't get rid of social media, because she depends on that to support her child and herself. Girl, my brother works. You don't need to support your child. Like, you made that sound real good. So, like, I think she just, she likes the fame, and of course she likes the money. And yeah, she's over on IG because she said it when she went to delete or deactivate. She said she's going to be on IG because it's safer over there. It's more nice over there. And okay.
We have somebody who's requesting up, young lady.
Look. Okay. Amory and Manuela Tango. Are y'all meaning to
I like wings. How do you feel about wings?
request up?
Anne Marie said she
The
would.
Amori or whatever her name is said she'd like to come up in the chat.
Okay. Now, as far as, yes, the calls are on IG, but they just made it over there. So, and she deactivated her Instagram, but then brought it back up. So, but when they made it over there, she did deactivate. Craziness. Like, I can't.
Hey, Amor. How do you pronounce your name? Amori,
It's
Amory?
it's Amori and Shortykinss. Thank you so much for all of the very informative information that you've been putting forth. It is much needed, and we need actually people like you in the community to put out the exact information and give it to everybody. And it's just wonderful. Thank you so much for your work.
And collectively, the community too.
Thank
These
you for
phone
being so
calls.
kind.
Yes, thank you
And
for being kind.
that being said, I think there has been so much misinformation with this entire case since it very first started. I have been watching this case before even she was released from prison. And when she was released from prison, I knew exactly this is going to be the drama fest. This is going to be the show. This is going to be everything that telenovela, like I watch a lot of Hispanic dramas. It's worse than that. Like every time you think it can't get worse, it just gets worse. And her twisting the story and her manipulations, they're not even clever manipulations at this point. She's taken everybody for a fool at this point. Everybody. And I just want to put that out there because Shortykinss, thank you again for giving the information out correctly.
Thank you. You're welcome. And I can't do it without the community because if it weren't for a lot of these lovely ladies and men, I would not have been able to do it. So.
Well, it is what it is. The truth is the truth, and you're providing the truth. And I think a lot of people just want to skim over the truth, or they just want to look at only one side, her story, which she made her entire plea agreement around her side of the story, which I think really, really needs to be investigated and looked upon a lot deeper and a lot further, because you cannot make a plea agreement based on lies, which is what she did.
Yep. And yeah, Nicole, you're right. She tried to make it look like I was just doing it for money, doing it for this. So I made it a very fucking point not to do it for like any gifts I gifted back. Like I cashed out $13 because I needed gas, but that was last week. Okay. This week I didn't cash out nothing. Nothing. It was all gifted back before the payout goes because it's automatic. So if you have it in your account and it's like a certain threshold, which I think it's more than $10 or $20. It's one of the, I think it's 10 because I got the 13. Then they'll cash it out. But if it's under, then you don't meet the requirements. So as long as you gift it all back, you don't meet the requirements. But it was never about that. She tried to
I think
embarrass
at
me
this
with my
point,
pictures.
at this point, any of us telling the truth, it's not about the money anymore. It's just
Nope.
about the truth getting out. And that is
Exactly.
the entire thing. When you go through the FOIA documents, when you watch the videos from her to Nick and back and forth, when you see all of the evidence of it leading up to it for the 2 years that she planned this entire situation, none of that matters about what money you are getting right now. It doesn't matter. The
And I'm
money
not
that you're getting
like
right now, none of that matters. The truth prevails. And
exactly.
the
If
truth
you
is,
If y'all go look on TikTok Apply or something, I forgot how it's a website you can go on. I invite y'all to go look at how much I've made on here. I've made like nothing. Like I don't even think I've made $300 total since May, and that is gifts all back that I've gifted. Like when these people are in the like double thousands of dollars, like people that I've sat on panel with that blamed me for not showing this video, they made more than I've made in totality on this app. It's never been about the money ever. It was all about awareness, and I'm not gonna back down.
And how much has Gypsy made off of this
I'm just
entire
not gonna back down.
situation? I want to know how much Gypsy has made off
I
this
have no, but
entire situation.
I'm exactly. I'm sure, and that's another thing. While it's deactivated, you can't look up her account on that app, and I think that's another reason why she, is keeping it deactivated, so nobody can look and see how much she's made from this on TikTok.
Look, and my entire fight is I don't like I follow only the Gypsy situation because it is something broader, and it is something more involved than just her situation. This is a cultural thing. This is desensitizing the entire culture of the United States to be okay with this act. And that is the reason that I am so invested in it. Now, if you look at my page, my normal page is like architecture, archaeology, hidden history. It has nothing to do with this case. But the reason this case is so outstandish to me is that it sets a precedence, and it sets a precedence for this is okay and this is what we should accept as a society, and that is my problem with it.
Right. And I think people get confused, they're saying, "Oh, why are they still talking about it?" It's not like anything can change. And nobody is like, I mean, I hope nobody's that delusional. No, we don't think that we're going to get her put back in prison for this. We're speaking out because she was released on our hands. So she is amongst us, and we need to know who she truly is. Y'all dropped the ball, and so we have to pick it back up and do what we can with it. If we just act like, yeah, she was abused and this was real, then her neighbors and the people who, might befriend her and all would never know who she truly was. And that's what they mean by monsters wear the clothing. They look just like you and I. That is that. She's a psychopath. She lied to everybody, and she's now amongst us, and people believe this victim story still. Why? Because she was told, or because she told that story, and the news, the main media told that story, and they haven't picked up the other story yet. And that's a
Exactly.
problem.
She is
So
a
we
wolf
can't.
in the sheep's clothing. And the
Exactly.
fact that she even has a hairdresser that will service her hair is a problem in our society. No, if
Exactly.
you're a professional person, maybe you need to look at who exactly you're servicing before you even service them. So that is my problem. Ignorance is not bliss in this situation. You can't
Exactly.
claim ignorance at this point. If you're doing her hair, you need to know whose hair you is doing and posting it on social media. So this is the problem I have. In order for her to be not excused in society, everybody has to not excuse her. Meaning her hairdresser should have taken one look at her and said, "No, I'm not doing this."
The
But she
hairdresser
didn't.
doesn't care.
She
She knows
accepted
who
it.
she is.
She doesn't care. But you know what? I also want to say, because I've gotten messages that have said, I'm hypocritical because I'll say like it about God, and then I'll be so judgmental. And he says not to be judgmental. Understand? Yes, he says to let whoever has committed murder in the house. He says he doesn't care if you're on rugs. He doesn't care how you're dressed. He doesn't care if you're coming to him. And you're coming to him in remorse and repenting to him. He's speaking about don't don't judge those past who are truly remorseful and wanting to be somebody else. They can do that. He's not saying ignore the murderer or the wolf who's obviously in sheep's clothing and still allow them in. He's not saying that. She is not like this. Yes, she has her past and she's still living in it. She's still every much and every bit what she was. So no, we don't have to accept that. That is evil.
And God
Some
only
people are
says
just ignorant by choice. My pops used to say that's a real dangerous choice to make, but then look amongst us.
Exactly.
But God only says don't judge people on condemnation of their soul. I'm not judging her on condemnation of her soul. I'm judging her on as her as a person. And
Exactly.
that we are allowed to judge on. Yes, I'm allowed to judge her character and say, I don't agree with it and I don't stand by it. As far as her soul is condemned, that's not my judgment. That is God's
Exactly.
judgment.
Yeah, I
But
don't have
as
anything
far
to
as
say.
her as a person, I don't want anything to do with her. And if you're a correct, right person in your own mind and in your own thinking, you will also say the same thing and be like, I don't want anything to do with her. Meaning, if I'm a hairstylist, I don't want anything to do with her. If I'm dealing with her in the daily public, I don't want anything to do with her. The same thing that we did to Casey Anthony and getting her off of this app is the same thing that we need to do to her to
But I'm
get her off
telling
this
you,
app.
the reason why it's been so unsuccessful is because when it first came out, she really sold that story that it was abuse. And so a lot of people can't get past that because, I mean, they tell you, don't ever tell a victim they're lying because they usually get told that. And that's why people are afraid to tell their story, blah, blah, blah. But it's people like Gypsy as to why people question stories
So she
because they're not
manipulated.
telling the
She
truth.
manipulated. Again, she manipulated. That's her MO. Her normal modus of operation is for manipulation. And she's really good at it. That's the only thing that she's really good at is manipulation. She's not a mastermind. Okay, she's not very smart. She doesn't have an extreme
No,
high
exactly.
IQ like other people do. She's
Just
just
knew
manipulated.
exactly. She knew what
That's
she
it.
needed to. She
She
knew
is a
when she needed to be
boring,
moves.
I'm going to say it over and over again because people give her too much credit. She is not a psychopath, okay? She is a boring, manipulative narcissist. That's it. It's
She's a
really
psychopath.
boring.
That
With
is a
She's a
psychopath.
lopsided
psychopath.
lips on
She
her
Yeah,
is a
She's
face.
psychopath.
boring.
she
But if
fits the
you
definition because the reason why like psychopath sounds too cool is because like if she had still been in prison or maybe if they'd put more responsibility on the murder then she would have like claimed it, but like they're not giving her that role because they're still believing this fucking story. She murdered her mother. She is a psychopath who successfully tricked the system and
she's
got
a
away with it.
sociopath. She's a sociopath and a
Girl, she's a
narcissist.
psychopath. She's
She's
psychopathic.
much more boring than a psychopath. A psychopath,
Okay, well, she's a boring psychopath.
Well,
a
yeah.
a
She is a
psychopath
psychopath.
a psychopath requires IQ and forethought. She doesn't have that. She's a
She had
sociopath
planned 2
and a
She
years.
premeditated
narcissist.
for 2
She
years
took for 2 years, and
to
that's just what
do
we
what
know
she
of to
did.
plot
She's
her
still
mother's
just a
murder.
sociopath narcissist.
And
She's
she
boring.
plotted to have a baby that she has now way
Yeah.
before she did it. So
Yep.
that sounds like
That's in a
forethought to
prison
me.
call too. Apparently, she did. She plotted to have it because Lifetime told her.
And Lifetime created that entire story for her. And at this point, I think it's up to her to prove that she even has a child.
And well, I'm here.
And
I'm
its
here.
name is Aurora.
Yeah, her name is Aurora, and I'm her auntie. And I'm telling you, the baby's real. Like all of this is because of Aurora. If she didn't have Aurora, I don't even think my brother would still be with her. So I don't know how relevant.
I still have a very hard time believing that a child came from her own body.
Oh well, it
Well,
did.
you guys sound silly. I'm
It
just
did.
being
It
real.
did. Don't listen to
I know
the
it, I
she
know
has
it.
chemo and she can't conceive, blah blah blah. If you go actually research, that's actually not true. Many women conceive after chemo, even receive chemo while
Okay,
pregnant.
then I have this question to propose. If she really truly had a child and she talks about all the time all these other medical things that had happened to her and she makes such a big deal about it, and all of a sudden she has a child and she hardly makes a big deal out about it, like it was nothing. It was nothing to her. But childbirth is one of the most traumatic things that you can ever experience in your
She
entire
offed her
life.
mother. You
Yeah.
get it yet?
Yeah,
Doesn't
she
act
doesn't.
like
There's like
somebody
you
who
have to think
actually
about it.
gave birth to a
But she
child.
doesn't have, she's not a normal person. She doesn't show true emotions. She's incapable of even grasping. Like that wasn't a big moment for her. She doesn't feel like that. That was just something she did. She made a big problem or a big fuss over these medical conditions or whatever because she was using them as lies that her mother said to say that this is why she was abused and her mom made her have this. She was telling a story, but she doesn't feel these fucking emotions. She's all about her.
She is absolutely all about herself, and that's it. And that's why I have a hard feeling like thinking that she did any of these things. Like I don't see it.
These
I still don't
things
see it.
meaning
Yeah, like what?
what do you mean by these things?
Like, cause
She She
she
has
murdered
like
her
this
mother.
big thing about having her teeth pulled, and her mom did this to her, and her mom fed her all of these medications, and she had all these
Yeah.
terrible things happen to her. But then when it comes to childbirth, it was like, oh, I went in there and I had a child, and then the next day TMZ was trying to follow me
Like,
to
okay, but
look at me. Like where was the
She knows
okay,
that's
trauma
let me
from
Kim's
the
explain it.
sister.
childbirth?
Let me
Like
explain
where
it.
was the trauma from the childbirth? Like
Because
there
she
was
doesn't
none.
have trauma. You have to remember the trauma that she's talking about is a lie. She's telling lies and selling an abuse story. So she's giving all this, making it sound like she's just so abused and blah, blah, blah. And yes, we're hearing it, but she is not, she wasn't. And she later on went on to say that she did. Yes, we're hearing it, but so whenever like she gives birth to a child, she murdered her mother and was able to come and then slander her name and say she was abusing her, knowing all of this was not true. You think she's capable of loving or like grasping she's giving birth? She doesn't have those feelings.
And the
She went and
sister
had
would
that
know that
baby.
her brother's thing gave birth to this beautiful baby.
Exactly. Like, and it's
Jody.
exactly how you said it. She went in and had that baby. She didn't go in and birth her first child. She didn't have
What
those
Sam?
feelings like, oh my gosh, like the love, the infatuation that most first moms would have because she's incapable of it. For her, it really was that easy as just going in and birthing that child.
Yeah. And you guys have to realize how silly it sounds to us and Autumn, considering she's held this baby and y'all telling her this baby doesn't exist.
I just
Yeah.
I don't say it doesn't exist. I just say I have a hard time believing that because it doesn't sound it it doesn't sound legitimate. Like for everything that
She
she's
has
been
a lot of
through, she
sociopath
makes
characteristics.
so
Other
much
women have the
big
same
deal
issue.
about everything else that she's been through in her life. But then when it comes to having a baby, it was like, getting your toenails clipped. It was
Right.
like no
But
big deal.
I don't think y'all are
It
realizing.
was just it's
Okay,
kind of
think about this
it's
way.
odd, okay?
Think
It's
about it
really
this way.
odd.
I see where you're coming from. I
It's
do.
just strange to me. And
Like, what has she talked
the whole
about in
thing.
her life where she's told an immense amount of stories where she's just like, oh, this was great, this was great? None. She only talks about the bad because it's the story she's selling. When you look at her in real life, you're realizing, oh, she's lying to us. She is stone cold. She has no emotion. She's never talking about good.
Only
She
gets
is just
excited about foreplay or whatever creepy stuff old
exactly.
Rumpy was
Right.
doing.
Like, so
Right.
she's not capable. Like, I'm never expecting her. Like, if she were to get married, I guarantee she's stone cold faced. Like, I don't ever expect to see her showing true emotion because she's incapable of it. So it's not, that surprising to me. Like, so it's not, that surprising to me. Like, so it's not, that surprising to me. Like,
Well, what's happening?
that surprising
Susanna's
to me.
audio is echoing.
Check your accepting,
I don't
Shorty.
know what's going on. I feel like everybody's talking to each other, but I think my
Check
audio is
your
messing up.
accepting.
You're
I don't know
fine.
what's going on. I
Well,
feel
I
like
don't.
everybody's talking to each other, but I think my
Check
audio
your
is messing up.
accepting.
Yeah, there's a lag. I can hear myself after I talk.
Everybody's talking to each other.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, okay, let me try this
I can
again.
hear myself after I talk. Everybody's talking to each other.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, thank you for inviting me up. I've been a long time listener and I've never chimed in before, but that did answer some questions for me. So thank you very much. And I feel a little bit differently about the situation. And whether this situation is real or not, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme. The grand scheme is that she she really is some person that should not be allowed into normal society, put it that way.
We couldn't agree more.
So thank you for that. And yeah,
Are you now convinced that she's real?
I'm still semi on the fence, but I'm having a hard time understanding. I'm still just having a hard time understanding the psychology of the situation with her. And I know that she's not that brilliant. Okay. Her IQ is maybe 92. All right. I'm going to go with that.
Nah. I
And,
think it's a little
and,
higher than that.
But
I
she
doubt
does
it.
have the personality of an infected toenail. I gotcha.
She's just more manipulative than the normal person. And that's what makes it very confusing for me. So it just the whole thing is yeah, I've been following it forever. I've been following it since before she went to jail, when she got out of jail. And then the second she got out of jail, I said, this is going to be entertainment. I already knew. I knew that this was going to be something that we needed to all pay attention to. And that I was definitely correct. So hopefully she gets her retribution and it doesn't involve hurting anybody else from here on out. That's all I can hope.
Thank you. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm here. Sorry.
Get on the rocks and seeing if she can come up, young lady.
Okay, I'm going to let. Is that. I don't see Jen on the rocks. I see Christina. I don't see Jen on the rocks. I see Christina. I don't see
That's
Jen on the
Susanna
rocks.
again.
Girl's still doing it.
Okay, sorry, Jen. On the rocks. Shorty, Ray got a question for you.
What's up?
I've come to talk with you again.
I'm here.
Ray wants to know, how does dipshit act when she's with the baby?
Say that again. I'm sorry. I wasn't listening.
Ray wants to know, how does dipshit act when she's with the baby? Is she awkward around her?
No. I've said from the beginning, and people didn't like it when I said it, when she's hands on, she is, from what I can see, a good mother, because she's hands on, but people didn't like that. So, but no, she's not. When she's actually physically dealing with the baby, she's fine. She's not awkward with it at all. She knows what she's doing. She knows, like she doesn't like hold, the baby out with her fingertips and shit. Like she doesn't, not let the baby, like she does it normal, I guess. But I just don't find it normal to never be alone. That's all. But it's her first baby too, so.
She probably wants to rip and run and be a hoe.
Yes, Kaylin, we've already answered that question. And like I said, from what I saw, I have no complaints there when she's hands on. My mother, who has seen her way more than I have, same thing. Kenan has never complained about her mothering. So his complaints are about her behavior and shit. It's never about her mothering.
Somebody joyful said I don't know if she means you, said earlier she acts not interested, wants to stay on her phone. Did you say that?
Yes, but when she's hands on, as in if she is going to give the baby a bath, if she's going to feed, the baby or make the baby something, she is doing it, hands on. She does her mothering duties correctly. There's people that don't even know, like they'll get a Lunchable instead of making a lunch. Like she does what she needs to do right when she's hands on. I'm not saying she's a hands on mother. I'm just saying when it comes down to actually completing the tasks correctly, she's doing the tasks correctly and not half-assing them. Jesus. That's about as simple as I can break it down.
We'll try and catch everybody up on it now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Shan, I tried to be fair. I mean, there's stuff you can be fair about, and then there's stuff you can't be fair about.
People were saying that now is the time for Raina to come out.
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. She ain't. She done said whenever she gets that urge, she picks up her Bible. Like, my mom is not, she hates social media. She thinks that it ruined, everything. She is very much, we don't have a choice. Like, the time choice.
What does Gypsy think about picking up the Bible?
No, exactly, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my mom and how, like.
What did Gypsy say when you asked her?
Exactly. All I'm saying is she played her role, and she didn't get what she, I guess, thought. Kenan wouldn't speak to her after she did that morbid panel, I don't know, in 2024, something like that. It just cost her a lot, and so she rebuked it. When me and
Kaylin, clearly she's unstable, and obviously we've seen videos that state she probably shouldn't be alone with the child. And I imagine that's probably why she's not alone with her child.
Exactly. And I said way earlier, I would not put it past Gypsy for my brother to be like, you're leaving. You're gonna go with Christy and Rod, and if you don't leave Aurora, then it's forever. Right now we just need a split and some time away. But if you take Aurora, then it's a complete breakup. And so her hearing that would be like, well, then I'll leave Aurora, because she doesn't think it's a full breakup. And I can see Kenan being like, that's how I'll get her. I just need her to leave, and once she's gone for so long, technically she doesn't have a right back into that house, and I think that time is coming up.
$5 million cases for my clients. I've learned one thing.
I don't know how Louisiana works, but usually it's like a 30-day I don't know if y'all have like squatter laws or shit, but like if somebody's been there for, more than a week or has received mail there or been there in Texas, it's like 2 days, been there with you allowing them to be there under the impression of living there, or if they have clothes there or property there, then they live there and you have to legally evict them. But if it has
That
been
law is so
past a certain
fucking
amount of
stupid.
days that they have lived there, then they don't have that right anymore just because their stuff is there.
Yes, they are split up for everybody brand new. Go ahead and say it one more 5,000th time. No, really for the new entering people.
Yes, they are split up.
And Ken has the baby.
Exactly.
It's me 999 wants up. I think she's been up before, but it's not my panel.
Okay. And you, it's me 999. Are you wanting up? You know what? Earlier this morning, there was a proud Mimi requesting up in my chat, but you know what? I read it like not being messy, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe they mean they're just like a proud grandma,
Some of the legends of music, but also celebrate some.
But I've been
saw that person too.
Yeah, I've been seeing them pop up.
Yeah, so tonight's artist released her first album only a couple
So
of
I
years
wonder.
ago, and it created such a groundswell of support that shows.
I wish I was here for the morning.
Actually, in Texas, it's pretty damn hard for a mother not to get custody of their children. You really got to be a gypsy, I guess, probably, and have proof that you're a shitty parent. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, that's why, like, I've said that he have a chance if he was in Texas, but y'all aren't understanding. Like, okay, let's say he were to just up and go, right? He's got Aurora and he's in his car. He's going where? Okay, to Texas? Cool. Where is he taking Aurora to stay? At his mom's house? His mom's apartment? Okay. With Parker? Okay. My mom already has 2 dogs. My mom's in a 2-bedroom apartment, but cool, we can make it work. Then what's next? Where are you gonna go? Where's she gonna go to the doctor? Where are you going to go to work? Where are you, when are you gonna file court proceedings? How are you gonna do this? You've lost your job if you're leaving Louisiana because that's where your job's at. You have no support system because that's all there. The babysitters, whatever, for Aurora are now gone because you've left to Texas. Now you have your sister, your older sister lives out in Texas, and my mom. It can work. We can make it work. But these are decisions that a parent has to think. It's not just as quick and easy as take the baby and go. If you're thinking about your baby, then you have to think, okay, where am I gonna go with my baby? And make sure that you've talked to mom and talked to sister and plan this out so that your baby suffers the least.
What I was saying, Autumn, is, okay, I don't want to give too much of my own personal information out here, but I've lived in Texas, born and raised. Okay, I no longer live there, but I help people with custody. I have a whole Facebook group, like, I don't even know the number of members. I mean, it's massive. But what I was saying is, if it's planned properly, obviously, you wouldn't want to just up and leave. But I mean, if it was necessary and it came down to it, he could file for an ex parte living there after, I believe, 30 days is Texas law, 30 days. He would establish residency. But because of Gypsy's crime, she will never, ever be able to have joint managing conservatorship in the state of Texas. That's why I would highly encourage him to make a move to a state that has very similar policies and laws, whatever you want to call them, because with that crime, he would get sole managing conservatorship of the baby, and she would be on most likely supervised at a facility where she has to pay, I believe, on average, they're about $80 to $100 an hour. So that's all I wanted to say. And I can message you more about that.
The only reason I say to that is with Gypsy, we're forgetting that legally in their eyes, she was a victim as well, which is why she was given a plea deal. And that will matter in court.
Yep.
And that's why I say, like, it's not, the system will hurt your fucking feelings. They really only care about the kid. And if they're looking at a parent who has nothing established, now you did say, like, he plans it all right. But if he, like, they're wanting him to just up and leave. And he can't do that. Like, he doesn't have the resources. So they're looking at a parent who had no daycare, no doctor, no nothing, no job now, living in the apartment, versus a mom who has all of the babysitters. The baby's been here since they were born. This is where they know their regular routine. That baby's going with that mom.
Right. What I'm saying though is, if he could plan it right, and you know, I really encourage those words, plan it accordingly. It does not matter that she was or may still be considered a, God, I hate that word for her, victim. But what matters to the judge in the courts in Texas is what she was convicted and found guilty of. That is the only thing that they're going to care about. The fact that she has a murder charge, or I don't know.
She's not a victim.
I'm sorry, guys.
Right, I know she's not, but we know she's not. The court of law, like if you go and Google it, she is listed as a victim in the court of law.
No,
like
just Google says she's a victim, but the court of law says she's not a victim.
They look at her
charge her with second degree, and she is convicted of that. She's not a victim.
Ken is going to be able to go in and say, Your Honor, I have great concerns, you know, bring up the headboard and anything else that may be pertinent, and all of his evidence.
Video.
Even without that, her crime alone, I promise you, Autumn, I promise you could talk to a lawyer, because I am not a lawyer. I'm not giving any legal advice here, but I promise you, her crime alone, because she was convicted, she was sent to prison for it, and she served time on it. She has not won an appeal on it or anything. She served time. The court will acknowledge that she is not able to legally, under the state of Texas law, have joint managing conservatorship of the baby.
Correct.
But I also have a
What they're
question.
going to look at next, though, is, okay, hold on real quick. All this evidence that he brings up, how old is this evidence? Because what they're going to do is slap you right in the face. Why did you wait so long?
Yes, I agree. They will. They absolutely will. That's why I said even without the evidence, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't look good.
I would question, why is it taking so long? Instead of saying, why is it taking so long? Why did the state sit there and let her make all of those phone calls in jail? And why did the state completely allow her to do all of these phone calls in jail and then let her out free?
Well, it's a violation of her rights. Not if you don't let her use the phone, that's a violation of her rights. And
then let her use the phone, but she incriminated herself on the phone about 1,000 times.
She was already doing time.
She pled guilty, which is same in the law. Like if you run a background check, yeah, sure, they're going to show up as a convicted felon, but she didn't receive a conviction. She pled to it and gave the deal because they recognized that she had. But
she pled to it under false pretenses.
Exactly. But how the law works with double jeopardy is unless the feds want to pick this up.
I completely disagree with that.
Unless the feds want to pick this up, as in another jurisdiction than Greene County, Missouri, she's not going to, they couldn't do anything. She had already pled and already got her sentence. She had already got her sentence.
But you can't plead to false pretenses. Nobody can plead to a lie. And she did.
But the state,
in that fact alone,
she was tried, convicted, and did her time.
Nothing.
Exactly, but she already did her time, and she's off parole. Maybe when she was on parole,
you can never plead to false pretenses and then pretend to do your time.
But
you
that doesn't overrule a double jeopardy. That's why I said the feds would have to pick it up.
No, it does.
The feds would have to pick it up. Double jeopardy rules it all. That woman who have you seen that movie?
Doesn't.
That woman killed her
You can't
man.
lie and get out of the situation and then claim double jeopardy. It doesn't work like that.
But she did. That's it. Like we think it didn't happen, but it did happen.
Well, then you need to be a lawyer in the United States and go up to the bar and tell them what the hell they're doing wrong.
And we're not allowing it. Like I think we're all speaking about it. We're all talking about it.
But
we have all allowed it, though. That's the problem. We're always saying
We're
it's
also not
somebody
the
else's
judge.
problem, but it's really not.
Not
It's our
Judy.
problems.
No, it's the court because
Yeah, you forget it's not up to us. It's up to the judge, and we're not them.
I have a
See,
question
and that's
though.
where I differ. I never agree with that. Just because somebody else says it's okay doesn't make it okay.
Well, the judge sent her case letter out of prison, so I don't know what you want us to do about it, babe.
But I have a question
Question
though.
it. I want you to question it, and I want you to keep
we can
questioning
question
it.
it. We can question it for the next 20 years. She's still going to be out here. It's not going to put us questioning it. Is it putting her back in prison?
That's why we're on social media.
I need you to understand. Us questioning it will not put her back in prison. That's the part that you guys can't get through to your head.
It could though. It could though. It
Let me know
very
when it
well could.
Let me know when it does.
No, that's why everybody's on social media bringing it to everyone's attention.
Because it could.
Something right
Just
there
be-
where you were talking
Just
about
because
that-
somebody tells you something and they're the ruler, they're the king, doesn't mean it.
okay. So
Okay. Anyway,
I wanted to touch on that. If you recall, Autumn, the other day, I'm the one that talked to you about. I got on the panel and I told you guys look up Jesse Butler in Stillwater, Oklahoma. I don't know if anybody else in the chat knows that case, but the DA filed or sent everything over to the FBI or whatever for the feds to investigate that case after he's already been he served his deferred adjudication or whatever. So I mean, it is possible.
What was it that came? Because it is. I'm not saying it's not possible, but again, the feds have to pick it up. It's not going to be the same
Or the
county,
DA has to
and y'all
rescind
are
it.
expecting. You're expecting this grand thing from the same county that fucked and dropped the ball. The same county that let her out, and gave her the plea deal, and she got out early because Missouri law is like that. She didn't do anything to get out early. The law is written, if it's your first account offense, you will do 85% of your time. If you look that up, 85% of 10 years is 8.5 years. And that's exactly what she did. She was going to get out. She was never going to do 10.
Autumn, just quickly, Sam's got a question. He's been trying to ask you for a minute, I think.
Okay.
oh, never mind. Thank you. But the one I wanted to ask, she's not on panel anymore.
Oh.
Oh.
She might be listening. That's crazy. I don't even know, trying to blame us for...
Hello, fellow British person.
She
Autumn,
took
the
her
only
plea
thing is,
deal and did her time. No, she took a fake plea deal and did fake time for it. That is not the same thing. I'm sorry. You don't get away with murder and do that.
For educational purposes only, that is your opinion, like Sam said.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's your opinion.
I think we all agree with that, but how it's written, if it doesn't happen, it wouldn't have happened. So it does happen.
Yeah, that's the part that we're trying to explain. We can all question it, but just because we feel it's not just doesn't mean I can call Louisiana police right now and say put her back in prison. That can't happen like that.
I mean, hell, hasn't the lead
Caitlin, he does
investigator...
care about his child.
Look, and the lead investigator, the prosecutor have all come out later on and said, things like she would have gotten life if we had went to trial. Everything is not always that it appears. And he did this whole interview about basically realizing that it was wrong. And doesn't matter. These are all the original police that were working on it, and they can't change it. The feds would have to pick it up. Now, that being said, all these phone calls that have come out now, they keep saying, oh, it's hearsay. If they're getting it from us and trying to put it in court, yes, that would be considered hearsay. But reporting these calls, they have the ability to then go and request the same data and as an official request or whatever. And when they get the copies of these calls, those calls are allowed to be admitted in court. They are used routinely. People say dumb shit on phone calls all the time and get new charges. So they do use them, but this might be where they okay, they'll hear something and they're like, we have enough to pick it up. The feds aren't picking up something they're not guaranteed to win.
Okay, and why is that?
Because they have a 99% conviction rate. And if they don't win, it fucks their conviction rate. The feds come for you because they're coming for you and they're not losing. So
okay, so
they
why have they not come for her, and why are they not going to
because
lose
her
to it?
abuse
Because
story, like
at this point,
Did they
we've
say
heard
when you
enough.
asked them
one
why
at
they
a
haven't?
time.
Heard enough.
One at a time. Her abuse story so far on paper fits what they need legally. Now, until there is medical or actual paperwork, or maybe these phone calls, something that is like actual factual evidence, not someone's opinion or interpretation of something, they can't do anything. So, they look at like she didn't need this medical procedure because they don't have anything that says that she didn't need it. Like there was medical records that were kept from them. If they get those medical records and they have for like a documentation that shows she did in fact lie, then they would have had that. But
we
don't
have all that. We have all that right
the
now.
feds don't have it, is what I'm saying. We are the people. We're speaking out about it. But the feds, like, you have to imagine how many reports they get a day. We might report this and they not get it for 2 years. Like, we don't know. One day they might see the report, but we don't know when they will. I doubt they see it and then just say, no, we don't have enough.
So
now,
do the feds not have social media and they don't pay attention to what's going on in the FOIA documents and
They
other
can't
fields?
pick it up off social
Like they
media.
just
It's
don't
called-
pay attention?
The
It's
FOIA
called hearsay in
documents
court.
already existed when she was doing her plea and shit. They already had the police and shit already had that. There's nothing new. It's just we're getting to see it. They already seen that shit. They need
So why
something
is it
new.
taking them so long?
Like, well, they've already seen it. Like we're getting FOIA documents.
No.
Exactly.
Like they
if they've
gave
already
us,
seen
listen,
it and
they
we're
gave
already
us.
this far caught up, like
Are
what
you
is
li-
taking them so long?
Okay,
I don't
so
understand.
the Freedom of Information Act, right? Like that's a federal, like protected right that we have, a privilege, whatever. That comes from the feds. Like you get that privilege from the, like they don't need, when you give a FOIA, honey, they already have those documents. They already know about those. But the medical records that, she supposedly gave Fancy, that Fancy didn't release, they might not have those. And if those have something in there that proves that whatever they already have is false, then they might take a look at those because she gave the rights to Fancy to do it. But anything that we're requesting from the courts, they've already got. There's nothing there. They've already got it. They need something new.
Yeah, you're
Got
forgetting
Key
that
here.
you're forgetting this murder case is closed. It's been closed. It's a done deal. You're in order to get her redone for that, you'd have to reopen the case, and that's probably not going to happen.
Key has been trying to come up.
Sorry.
I want to ask you when you clocked her because that's what she wanted you to come to the panel.
Huh?
Yes, exactly. The lead investigator already admitted to dropping the ball, basically. And that's what it is at this point.
We're not the court though. Like you're upset with us. We're the ones literally talking about this shit and saying it's wrong.
Yeah, we can't do shit about it.
It's the court. Like and I live out in Missouri, and I'm telling you, this system is flawed all the way. Domestic violence twice. Like I've had an officer take pictures of bruises, get witness statements, and issue this motherfucker a ticket in the mail. Okay, they did it when he spit in my face. Issued a ticket in the mail for domestic assault. They don't. The law is written where they don't have to arrest. It says whenever the officers find evidence of a domestic assault, the officer may arrest. Blah blah blah. But they don't have to arrest. That's fuck shit. They don't care. The system is all easy for them. It's whatever is easiest for the court officials.
Sure to go.
The court has already issued a ruling.
Hey, DJ Jeanette.
Wait, y'all are not allowed to let other people up?
Key probably
We
wants to
just
come up here and bicker and front her out and all that weird shit she always does. So I'm letting her decide.
It's fine. Let me just get my cup.
Oh, I don't
we
know.
can. It's just we out of respect for Autumn, we let her choose.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
exactly. And plus, if it's all about that, like we ain't even talking about that right now. But if you want, I mean, just go listen to the replay. Like I think y'all hear the word clock and think like messy, but I did. I immediately and to your face said what you were saying was wrong and how you put your own context on it and so much and so forth. So, I mean, it's okay for that to happen.
And traveled with words out of somebody else's mouth, Judy's, and then told it as your story.
Yeah, exactly. And, or why would you call on your own brother? Like, no, I called on that psychopath. So.
And you called the feds. Nope, wrong person.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, I know he didn't give her all the medical records, or the prosecutor all the medical records. But supposedly Fancy has them. From what I've gathered. I know she was given all these medical records, and there's like, I don't know, 1,200 or 2,100 something pages or something like that, or maybe it's 150, I can't remember. It's something large number.
Key, if you remembered, it was me, and you said it was Autumn.
Something large number. It's something number like that, but she kept them and has yet to release them.
It was Judy. Judy called the feds, remember? And then you traveled with the story and said you called a CPS on your own brother, called the feds. Ain't nobody called them feds.
Who you call feds on?
No, exactly.
Okay, so I have an offspring.
I called the feds on Sheena.
I called the feds on my son's uncle when I found out he had him transporting methamphetamines and was giving him a pipe full at 15. My son is now on his third stint in prison. Congratulations. God bless. He's 20 months sober, and he just got over the contaminated water, blood poisoning in TDC. So when the story came out, all Key heard was what she wanted to, so she ran with the narrative that she continues to tell and went on with the CPS story and said, and you called the feds. Please go back and listen to yourself so you can remember. And I said, that's a lie. It was me. It was Judy. So if you're going to tell a story, please make sure you transfer the information properly. And if you're ever going to tell a story that Judy told, make sure you tell it the way Judy did so you don't look stupid afterwards, whoever you may be.
And Susanna, when you come up, try to come up like, or I guess you can't, but try to come up on mute if it'll let you, and see if that'll, or just restart your app.
What'd you
I'm not
say, Sam?
understanding how she would confuse the two.
Correct, and we're still there too. That it didn't make any sense to us either. No, we're not related.
Huh.
No, we are not.
Christ Jesus, we are.
Damn it, that phone call took the words out of my freaking mouth. Through our Lord Savior Jesus Christ, we are.
Hey, what are you confused about? You took two stories and the narrative you were already telling, calling, Autumn a liar, and then all that other shit. I don't even want to rehash all that. I'm sure you remember. You took the story that she called CPS on her brother, and at some point you continued to say, I haven't heard you say it for a little bit, but you were saying, and called the feds. She didn't call the feds. I called the feds on my son's deceased uncle. And I'm going to tell you, and if you say you wouldn't do it, that's right, that's what the story was, because Key said in her family, any kind of a shabuse, anything going on, you shut the fuck up, we're family, you deal with it, because I'll be damned, she wouldn't call CPS on her people, she wouldn't call the feds, that's her and her family, that ain't how people was saying, damn right, go ahead, Key, tell it. In your family, you shut the fuck up. Nobody reports it because you family. That's what the fuck you said. And I said it in my own language, but that is exactly what she said. And then she traveled with the story about the CPS and the feds. So she took two stories and made it into her own story after she just flat out told us, you're not coming to her with nothing. If you're being any kind of abused in her family, shut the fuck up and deal with it.
Yeah, because it's wrong that, you call it on your own brother. Forgetting that there's a mama in there. And, that's who I called it on. But, Because, you can't say one without saying the other, really. You can't talk shit on somebody and say, oh, you call CPS on your own brother if you're not then saying you wouldn't call CPS on your own brother. Like,
nobody wants to go back and forth with all that bickering and shit, and you always say, no, you're not going to do that, and then you get up here and start fucking acting a fool and shit. Nobody wants to do that.
Exactly. So, let's just leave it at that. We was talking good about Ken and Gypsy, and, let's get back over there. Because fuck that. I don't want the drama. And quite frankly, I think he is just set on having drama. I didn't do nothing to her. She just don't want to like me. That's all. That's okay. Some people they just don't want to like you, and that's okay.
And that's fine. You don't have to report abuse in your family, but that also makes you just as guilty as the motherfucker doing it, FYI.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I would like to also point out that you guys could say you wouldn't, but if your brother was with Gypsy Rose, you might feel differently about that. You gotta put yourself in Autumn's shoes here. Y'all seem to forget this is her actual blood family.
Mm-hmm. And regardless of what's come out, y'all are just hell-bent on saying I'm lying or fucking talking trash when there's been plenty that has came out since that proves that I wasn't. And that's why I say some people don't want to like you, and that's fine. But I've never just got up and just went after you, Key, and you definitely have. So.
And if you say you found out in your family somebody gave your child a nasty ass habit and you would just sit there and tell them to suck it up, you're a damn lie. And if you're not a damn lie, then guess what? You're a nasty person, whoever you may be.
Besides that, Judy, no, I'm making it relevant. That's Judy because she called the feds on the uncle. You're telling me your brother is with a woman who is convicted for murdering her mother, and and have seen videos of her doing things that on his side of the headboard at that, sending subliminal messages, crazy, acting crazed, and you're just gonna, okay, no big deal. Bullshit, dude. And you can't say, oh, well, I would go down there. Okay, no, put yourselves in my shoes. I just lost a baby. When I first came out in May, I still wasn't off bed rest. I was still, I had just lost a baby on April 24th. It was May 22nd when I first came out. I was still healing. So, no, I couldn't just go out. You know what I mean? But this bitch was ignoring me in fucking real life. That's what was the trigger. Was when I'm like, bitch, you don't gotta lie to me. I'm not TikTok, and she's just like, la, la, la. Yeah, ignores me. Bitch, no. Now we really do have a problem because clearly you're out doing interviews and you're out, ignoring people and nobody is addressing these. I don't give a fuck. I no longer believe that anybody called the cops on you like they said or told anybody. I didn't believe it. Nope. And I went to social media because obviously that's where you at. You love social media, Gypsy. So, I would reach you where you're at. And I did. Regardless of what it came with, I completed my goal. And for that, I can be, happy about it. But it sure as hell came with a lot of shit. And I know I said I knew that, but I don't think I really knew what I was going up against. But I would have done it all again because it really did kick off this awareness. And she can't use that. Well, those are old. Nah, bitch, this is relevant to real time too, because you're crashing out in real time. It's over. Kenan, I think, effectively starting to realize I can't stay with her. He's gonna have to leave, and that's all I want. I don't care how you're gone. I just want you gone.
Doesn't matter who believes there's a video or not. saying nobody's credible because they didn't show a video is horse shit.
Exactly.
Okay, the video's out there. Let us know when you get it because it's out there. Just because Autumn didn't put it out there, it's out there. So if you are a good sleuth, you will locate it and you will share it.
Thank you.
All you gotta do is look for it. And also, I would also just add, Autumn's talked about why she didn't share that video multiple times, ad nauseum, actually. So if you missed it, that's on you, actually.
Exactly. I have said why I am not going to personally drop this video on my platform, because what y'all did with the blanket video, all the reenactments, all the, like, you know, my niece will see that too. Like, it's just shit that is it's unnecessary. It's bullying. We're adults and we're talking about somebody who literally murdered their mother and got away with it, and we're making reenactments about her videos. Like, that's just not, it's not cool to me. It's not entertainment. This is real life. And therefore, y'all don't need to see it from me. And, you know, my mother and Kenan, I would ruin their relationship because, you know, that would just definitively prove, no matter what I say, no matter what, Kenan knows what he hears. He's going to deny, just like I would deny, like, until you show me you have it, Kenan, I'm not going to believe you have it. But my mom, he knows my mom has it. And if I show it, then he knows my mom broke their trust and showed me that video. And that's why she's like, if you drop it, I will not talk to you. You will never talk. I will never talk to you again.
Exactly, Teresa. Who cares about the video after all the calls in the blanket video? For God's sake.
Exactly. And people are like, well, just say fuck your mom. But no, because it's not just, you know, losing my mom. It's my kids losing their grandma. And like how she is to me, okay, that's fine. But she's not like that to my kids. She does play grandma. You know, she is a good grandma. So I'm not making that decision for them.
Well, let me speak for myself, y'all. If y'all find that video, my DMs are open.
It's out there. I'm not gonna say. If you're a good
sleuth, you'll find it.
Exactly. If you're a good one, you'll find it. And I'm not gonna say how it got out. It's out. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Go back and listen to all them fucking replays.
Yep. It's just not on my platform. It just so y'all know, don't go looking here, because it ain't here.
That's what me and Judy were trying to say. Like, y'all keep asking for that. And be real with yourselves. Be so real with yourselves. You just want it so you can giggle at it. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah. You just want to see it.
So send it to y'all if y'all have it.
No, I know, but I'm telling everybody. That's the only reason. Not because it's going to prove anything to y'all. Because y'all just want to giggle out of it. That's it.
Exactly. It's not like I've already released phone calls. Like, people are like, oh, well, that's just a recording. Okay, but how quick did y'all jump on Kenan's little recording with my mom? Like, I did tick for tack. He did recording, I did recording. And my mom, you're not having, that phone call was an hour something long. Okay, you're not having a whole conversation about something that didn't happen. Okay, the text where she said, oh, would she put out the whole thread? If you go look on my page, you'll find where I showed that those are edited, and I showed where she put it out. Like, I didn't put my own. I took what she posted and I blew up and showed where you can see smudged and little pieces of letters still showing where she clearly edited the damn fucking text threads.
I just thought about that. If it was out there, girl, we would have heard about this.
Okay.
Please, girl.
You have. That's the point.
You haven't.
No, I haven't. I have not heard about this.
See, I will say more bitch.
If it was out there, I wouldn't have to go look for it. It would just come up on my feed.
Go to check to Hidden, because Hidden said that, more bitch had it, because more bitch claimed to have it.
Oh, Hidden said it? Oh,
yeah.
Girl, never mind. I'm not even going to waste my time.
Exactly. But hold on.
Nah.
She said it was more bitch that came and she had his shit clocked or whatever. Now, remember, he said this before, and it showed that she had a meat cleaver. And I have been very clear. It was not a meat cleaver that she used. It was a butcher knife. Okay. And you will not see.
Wait a minute. You have somebody giving you false information out here. It was not dropped on this platform months ago.
No, it was not.
And it was not pulled in seconds. But thank you for that misinformation and the false narrative. That's how bullshit gets started.
Exactly. And then the whole.
There you go, Susanna. You sound better now.
Yeah, you're not echoing.
Finally. Thank you.
I don't know what you had to do. Get your team together or something. Pull a few cords. But you sound better.
And then uninstalled it, reinstalled
No whisper,
it.
it was not. And if it was, can you go ahead and show us because we were here? No, it wasn't.
TikTok Tara said that the headboard video is still DV, and I said, and I just want to say it out loud for everybody, if y'all really want to go try to charge her with DV, y'all could use the blanket video for that. Just saying.
Yeah. If you want to try, but like, again, you ain't the victim. So they're going to look at you like, who the fuck are you? If it ain't Kenan.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, if y'all really wanted to try to charge her with DV, y'all could use the blanket video for that. Y'all don't need the headboard video for that. Just saying.
Well, everybody's saying if it was out there, we'd all know. It's out there, and I'm sorry you don't all know. And there's at least less than 10 people who do know and have seen it. Whether or not they're willing to tell you that is another story. But pay attention. Go back and listen to the replays.
Yeah, the hour long. That's why people keep missing shit. Y'all aren't realizing, like, I just started doing content. I've been live all the time. I do lives. So everything that happens in lives, if you're not on the live, you know, and nobody's like recording it because I don't have my replays, you're missing it. You're missing it. And that's a lot of hours. That's a lot of time to put in. Like the people that got these calls, they didn't do that. Dude, it's a lot, but you will hear it, and not just in my panels, on a bunch of panels.
How you gonna tell somebody they're a liar when you don't even know what the hell you're talking about, fool?
Exactly. That's what I was People, especially in the Gypverse, are way too busy asking questions to take a fucking breath and pay attention to what's going on, actually.
Somebody said which day
Exactly.
they do listen to the replay.
I'm just saying, y'all be too busy asking your questions and in your own head to actually take a look around at what's really going on in the real world right now.
So it ain't on my platform if that's what you're looking for. You just got to go to all the other platforms. I go on other people's lives.
Oh, damn.
Judy, I know Coffee Queen, she fucking
what are you looking
plays
for?
everybody pretty much.
Yeah, I agree.
Judy dropped another ball that she wasn't supposed to drop. That's all. She dropped another thing that, you know, because we love Judy. We love Judy. And she's passionate.
Judy tell.
The video was out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
Which video? What video are we talking about?
Headboard.
Supposedly the headboard video, girl.
Supposedly, it's there.
It's out there. Y'all just gotta look for it.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna start looking. How's that, guys?
Yeah.
Susanna, my DMs are open.
It's been out there. Y'all just
crime sleuth. It's there.
But I'm not about to put in the time because I don't believe it's out there. So
I'm gonna put in the time. I'm gonna do
okay,
it.
cool. Okay.
I'm gonna do it. Unless, Shorty, do you not want us to do it? Do you not want us to put in?
Girl, listen, you do it. You do what you gotta do. I'm not. Look.
Listen.
I'm not gonna put that video out, and I said why I'm not gonna put that video out. Now that's my reasons. If somebody else puts it out, or somebody else found the way to get it out, y'all go do that. But I cannot be the one to let it. I can't even share it. Like I can't. The best I could have done was released it privately, and if it got out, it got out. That's what I can do from there.
Ryan said, yeah, he knew about it too.
Exactly. And that's why I shared that video, because, you know, I could clip that. But like I said, I can only share something privately. And if somebody has decided to put this said video out, you know, then they've done it. I don't know. I'm not going to say I know, but I know that the video is out. I just don't know who put it out. And if you go looking, you'll find it. And when you do, yes, share it to my page, because then it won't be me.
Come back
you know?
and say you apologize for calling everybody a liar.
Exactly.
So what I'm
and then I will be able to confidently say, right? You know what I'm saying is
Go ahead.
Well, I can't drop it at all. Like, I can share it once it's dropped from over here, but, you know, this is something that she might try to go after legally, like retaliate for. So, As long as it ain't on my IP addresses that dropped it, I'm not fucking worried.
I got you, girl. I got you.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah. Okay.
Can we play like hot or cold? So, is it somewhere on
No.
TikTok?
Last I knew, it was in the United States.
Tell me if I'm getting
Yeah.
warmer. Tell me if
Still
I'm
in that
getting...
region. It's still in that region.
Okay. Does the username start with a vowel? Is it an A-E-I-O or a U?
It's gonna be like a file. It's not gonna be something that you're just gonna see a thumbnail of and know what to click on. Like but it does have it does have Gypsy. Like it does have her name. So
just so you know, I'm the girl all my girlfriends go to and be like, his last name start with R and he lives in I I'm like, I got you, girl. I got you.
listen,
Judy does not have the video, and if I did, I can assure you I would not be the one posting it out of respect for my friend.
I can assure you I would ask you if it's okay to post it.
Like a parasite, like I do
hold on now.
people. Video to let me know that the girl is a brain rot and she's a psychopath.
You shouldn't need a video, but there are so many people just kissing her ass and, you know, listening to everything she says. Sometimes you have to physically show them, like force their eyes open. Like, this is what she is. This is what she do. How do you not see this?
Amy, quit telling all of our secrets. I'm just kidding, girl.
I was looking through some photos earlier, and you know how she always does this off the shoulder sweater thing? I was looking through some of the photos on her Facebook of her little girl kitty character. And one of the photos has like the off the shoulder little girl kind of theme. And I'm like, ill. Why did they give me the ick?
Oh God, Judy don't have no Facebook, but wow, she has a Facebook, an Instagram, and a TikTok. Yuck. Probably got a Pinterest too, and I heard somebody was seducing somebody else and, luring somebody else to take their own, delete themselves through Pinterest. Like, well, come on, man.
Yeah, she's constantly wearing sweaters. It's like literally hot outside. It's very strange. Strange behavior. I think she likes to look small. I think she likes to look like, oh, the sweater is too big. I feel like it's that little girl thing that she was pretending to be. I gotta be very careful with my words. But it's like, I feel like she wants to be perceived as a little tiny person. Is anybody?
She wants to look like her sister, and that's never going to happen, even with lopsided lips on her face.
Yeah, and Mia is so pretty. I feel so bad Mia and Andre have to just sit through this. Like, I would be infuriated. Like, I don't even know how I would ever forgive her.
Imagine they're the type of people who, for their self, they will forgive her. That doesn't mean they have to eat at the same table with her moving forward. She's an embarrassment to the entire group, so...
Probably. Because her lips look terrible. Her hair doesn't look that good. Honestly, I think the hair did her a disservice. She looked better in the pixie. The pixie cut looked better on her. Now, I gotta be honest, I don't mean to sound disrespectful. Her microcephaly is showing because the hair looks too big for her head. I'm sorry. Somebody gotta say it.
Hello, darkness, my old
I'm
friend.
here. Sorry, I'm like getting all this stuff done. Okay, give him those crackers. Here, just untwist them, baby, like this. There you go. Hey, you. Go get in the shower. It's a school night. On delay. Thank you.
The shorter hair fit her face better, and it just, I don't know, it
Yeah.
proportioned her head a little better. It sounds bad saying that. I hate to sound like I'm a person judging somebody by how they look, but it just angled her face a little better.
Girl, I'm over here like I hate to sound like I'm saying that Gypsy looks good at all, but
No,
but she did look good with the pixie cut. I have said
did.
that. She did.
To give her a compliment, I have to go brush my teeth and like
Exactly.
I said something nice, but it's
Exactly. You know, I get what you're saying. But yeah, the pixie cut, I've said that a long time ago. Me and Alley Cat were like, yeah, the pixie cut looks best on her. It really did fit her face. And not like a bob. No, the pixie cut, the like Tinkerbell
exactly.
cut.
You can't
Exactly.
do a bob. No, not a bob. But the pixie cut, yes.
Yes.
Even when they were doing like the side by side of before she got the K-tips in, her hair looked so good, just the way it was. I'm like, oh my god, she burned it.
Just don't get a hard one.
They're right here.
Oh.
Here.
Right there.
Yes, exactly. Let me open this. Don't you dare. Don't climb on my couch. Thank you. There you go.
Let's start placing some bets in. How long till she like do something with the hair? Either cut it or change the color.
Well,
Or
how
do
long does
something.
K-tips usually last? I don't know. I have real long natural hair, so I don't know a thing about weave.
I don't think they're for my kind of hair. I don't.
Right. I see. So I don't know shit. I don't know about extensions, clipping, nothing. I've never used them.
Yeah, because I mean, if she spend over $1,000, it just better last her a very long time. Like, can you? I'm sure she can wash your hair with them, but still.
Wait, hold on. What are they saying? So is hidden.
This is the operation room.
I said somebody said is the video hidden has up of the headboard AI, and somebody said yes, and Judy said and so is hidden.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, I'd say, like, again, if somebody can chime in and say how long K-tips are supposed to last, and are they supposed to grow the hair? Is that what their design or their
I heard
intention?
they're very damaging to your hair. Like you have to really, really keep the maintenance up with those. I don't think Gypsy is the perfect candidate for those.
Okay. See, I don't.
No, if you glue them in like tracks.
See, I was thinking, like, you know how if
they
you go get your
weave.
nails dipped, like not acrylic, but dipped, like eventually after a couple sessions, your real nails are like longer and longer each time you dip them, and because it protects your real nail to allow it to grow. And that's why I was thinking, same concept. Like, are these like to protect it to allow it to grow? But it doesn't sound like it. So.
Wait, so when you move them up as your hair grows, do you have to pay again, or is it just like a maintenance fee? Like, is it like getting it all redone again? Because that's too much. That is too much.
Melt it to the hair? Ew. Is her hair crunchy? Like, is it hard at the scalp? Like, how are you?
No wonder it damages your damn hair.
You know,
I don't think they attach it right at the scalp. Videos
But what
I've
I'm saying, like, as you get closer to it, like, if you're gonna run your hands through it, you're just gonna get punch hard.
You're gonna feel it. You're gonna see it sometime. If you put your hair up in a high bun, I've seen girls with them, and you can like kind of see little white dots in their hair. If they have like blonde hair, you'll see like little things, and you're like, oh, that must be the K-tip.
Oh wow. Okay. Interesting.
I've seen them, but I know they're not for me. I just know they're not for me. That would damage my hair. I can't do it.
Yeah, I have too much hair. Like, my hair just standing up is past my hip, so I don't need. That's why my hair is always up. It's too damn long to do.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you. But it's long and it's hot. And
that's probably why Gypsy don't like you.
There's a lot of reasons why she don't like me. There's no spiders. Where? Where's the spider?
There's a spider in the what?
How long do y'all think she'll pop out again?
Well, she already popped out like a day or so, or 4 days
No, I mean
ago.
like a full pop out.
I think she'll pop out again on the 20th of September.
Where are those? What do we mean by pop out? What do you mean, like?
I'm talking about like
she'll pop
fully out here on social media again, like she used to be.
Well, I give at least the 20th of September because she'll at least have to reactivate for some reason to keep her account. And, she can't just reactivate and not have a legit valid reason, or everybody's going to notice that and, say that you're only reactivating to keep your monetization. So she's going to come out with a reason to why she reactivated for a little bit, and she's either going to stay out or it's just going to be a little bit, but it'll be the 20th.
I think she's trying to wait to this call stuff die down, but I hope it never does. I hope we.
But I
keep
think
finding stuff.
I don't care what he told me. I think that's why some of them were popping out, like that live we did with Roly the other night. I think, they're out there to test the waters.
Right. Like Ken hearing these phone calls, all this. Ken, I told y'all he put her out because of catching her sneaking off of Parker. It wasn't the phone calls that came, I think, before the phone calls came out.
Wait, sneaking off with Parker?
Yes, she was going to the store. He knew she was going to the store, and he heard, it sounded like Parker was like leaving out of the garage. Like he was basically making sure Parker didn't get out the door. And what he finds is Gypsy trying to get Parker in the car, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I was taking him to the store with me." But you didn't say anything, and that's weird because you just blew up on me, as in him, because you found out how he got the dog. And you were like saying how you have to get rid of the dog, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "Kick rocks. I'm not getting rid of Parker."
And that's why they broke up.
Terrifying. Oh my God.
That's why she got put out.
Yeah, that's why they're not together right now. And I wanted to ask.
So, what are you doing with my dog? Oh no.
Exactly. And but she, to be clear, did not hurt him, did not do anything. Like, it was just too weird.
Yeah, it was a weird thing, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back, basically.
Exactly.
And he has every
right. He did not get the dog from his ex. They got the dog while together.
And I wanted to ask Susanna and Sam if y'all got to see. There was a clip of Ryan's live, like a couple days ago or something, and he was talking about. He was talking about how it's unfair. It's unfair that he's losing followers over the calls, but Gypsy's not.
Oh, you don't think she's losing followers? I mean, first of all,
she's deleting or she's deactivating, so she can't.
You literally did what you did in a classroom with kids. Both are bad, but Ryan, like, you deserve to lose some followers.
Exactly. Like, it ain't
disgusting.
Exactly.
I just wanted to know if y'all got to hear about that because I thought that shit was funny.
Like, he's really just
I mean, I'm
mad.
not surprised, but I don't pay attention to him, so
He's
I
mad he
don't
got
keep
caught.
up with him.
If I was to quote him, he literally said, I'm losing followers over this, but Gypsy's not, and I guess that's fine.
Yeah, no, you're losing followers because you should. And miss me with the should she get in trouble too? Like, she will, but this is you too, okay?
Exactly.
That's crazy. I've never noticed how much he throws her under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody that's supposed to love her so much, I just never noticed that.
Understand, the first video I saw him do trying to explain the phone call started with him saying that we have to understand that Gypsy is extremely jealous. How can the two compare? Like, I don't see where you're leading. Exactly.
Yeah,
like, I
but
don't.
see, when he put that video out, we didn't know about this. So there were people who were already thinking that anyway. But once the calls came out, that's when I realized, like, oh, this nigga was throwing her under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
like, wow. You supposed to love her so much, though.
So weird about it. He probably knows she's not going to come back to him no matter what. And now he's like, it's too late. It's too late. The Titanic is sinking, bro. Third place
Yeah.
is mine.
And y'all are going down, both of
Well, I
you.
don't feel bad for none of
Exactly.
them. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
I never
both.
felt bad for Ryan, but hey,
No, I felt bad for Ryan at first. I literally
nah,
messaged
I
him a few
didn't.
times and I was like, I'm
I
so
could have
sorry
been
you're going
fuck
through
less.
this.
Nope, I didn't,
Baby,
because
why are
he
you?
knew what he was dealing with. He always knew. So
But at the
I
very
didn't feel
first,
bad for
I
him.
felt bad for him because all I saw was what was on Lifetime and her cheating on him and
Yeah,
just
I felt bad at first.
I felt so bad for him. Like I literally, my heart was like, oh my goodness, this man is going to jump off a bridge. Like
But
this
I
man is
didn't,
terrible.
because even in his interviews, he said that she was talking to other men. So it's like, okay, so you knew how she got down. So I don't feel bad for you. Like,
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
don't.
Exactly. Well, guys, as much as it's been a pleasure, I have to jump off. Get my kids in bed at school night, so I will hop back on later on. But
Okay.
it was a
All right.
pleasure. Thank you, guys.
I finally got up here. Very
I know.
nice.
I'm so sorry, but this is their first day tomorrow, so
All right.
all right.